Week 7. Start bench advice begins right now. NFL news, phone calls, you name it. The Fantasy Football Show Graveyard Edition. The Graveyard Stream begins right now.
You're watching a
Graveyard Stream.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Drop them graveyard tombstone emojis in the live chat. You know what part of the crew you are. You're a graveyard crew member. So drop those. Let's do that moving forward. Graveyard stream starts. Tombstone emojis ensue. Let's break down any news that we might have cooking right now. I'm going to read off some things. I'm not necessarily going to put everything on screen. Maybe I'll write said player's name on screen as we go through. Zach Ertz expected to play. In case anybody was wondering on that front, Zach Ertz gonna play. Swift expected to play in week number 7. So that's good news as well. I don't know if we're running out of... We might need to get a new pen. Let me see. I think we might need to. Swift expected to play. We'll get to the super chats here in a second. We've got Diggs expected to play as well. So Stephon Diggs, good to go. So get Diggs in your lineup. Boom. We've got Myers. Jacoby Myers will test the knee. So Jacoby will be a question mark, game time decision. We'll find out more tomorrow. Brock Bowers is not expected to play, but we are, I think, getting very close to having this man come back. He's one of my favorite buy low players to go get entering week number 7. You got to do it before the week kicks off. Otherwise, people are going to be, a little bit more apprehensive about trading him if they're 1 week closer. Jacobs is up in the air. This is truly going to be a 50-50 call. I wish we had more information on this. We're going to get a lot of questions tonight about Jacobs. We don't know if he's playing. We'll know more in the morning. Regarding his status, per me and Tom Pelissero, the illness in calf strain has his availability up in the air. Whether he plays will be determined pre-game. So that'll be right up to kickoff. I think we'll know definitely 90 minutes before. So tune in to the morning show. You should have plenty of time to make your decisions there. Brock Bowers, Kyler Murray. Kyler is out. In case you didn't know, Kyler Murray is a no-go. We've got everything around Josh Jacobs. There's nothing new on the Buka front. Buka is going to be a game time call as well. Buka is questionable. A lot of people think it's a decoy move. I don't think so. I think they're really considering playing him. So just expect more information on that as we head into the morning. Evans expected to play minus any sort of, setback in pregame. I'm sorry, that's not a question. That's a check mark. Evans good to go. See what else we got. I don't think there's anything else really up in the air. Texans ruled out Christian Kirk. Kirk is a no-go. Not that anybody should be playing Christian Kirk anyway. George Kittle is a good to go, activated and ready to rumble. George Kittle ready to rumble. Do it live. Get him in your lineup if you've got him. Kittle all over the news. That's pretty much it. I think that covers every single player pretty much that has at least been in the news. Oh, and Debo. Yeah, in case you haven't heard, Debo's out. So Debo is out. That means that Christian McCaffrey's brother, Luke McCaffrey, LMC, is a good play. However, we have a couple other good plays like Whittington, like Tutu Atwell, Moore. Chris Moore is a good option. We've got Tez. Tez could be a good play, but that's dependent on the news on Monday, so it's kind of hard to go in that direction. But Debo is out. I think that's pretty much everything that we've covered over the last handful of hours, days. Chris Moore's okay. The people that have like, oh, Chris Moore's going to go crazy, start him. Those people are starting Chris Moore. The people are like, no. It's Luke McCaffrey. He's going crazy. Those people are starting Luke McCaffrey. So be careful what you take in by a comment or two, because the people that are starting said players are going to be all over that. They're wishing on a prayer and hoping on a whim. And I'm not saying that those aren't good plays. They're all very, very arguable. So, there it is. So yeah, with Puka not playing in this game, you're definitely going to get a whole lot more production out of the wide receivers in LA, and that's why I'm going to roll with probably Whittington or Tutu Atwell. I like LMC, CMC's brother, Luke McCaffrey, but I don't know. His targets, he's had 3, 2, and 1 targets in back-to-back games. It's gone down. I know that this should be an uptick, and I do like him, but I don't know that I like him more than Whittington. Whittington's been getting pretty serious volume. He's in the 3-4 target range. But, Luke's going to get more targets for sure. Fields or Sutton, probably going to go, or Stafford, sorry. Fields or Stafford, I'm probably going to go Stafford. London sucks, I get it, but I don't know that I trust Fields without any receivers, my boy. It's just one of those situations. You got to kind of trust your gut. Chat, vote on that, Fields or Stafford. I'm going to go Stafford. It's just he's still got weapons, bro. Smitty, Cup or Ertz in the flex. I'm gonna probably go Ertz. There's got to be better options than that, Hayden. There's got to be better options. Can you check and see if there is? And guys, please vote on this one, Stafford or Fields. Help Travis out in the chat, please. Thank you, Hayden, for your question as well. Let's see here. TJ, start Hunter, Burden, Booty, or Chris Moore. I'd probably go Booty personally. Why is this not... let me just make sure the super chats are all caught up. Travis, Hayden, and then TJ. I don't know why this one's not loading. All right, there we go. I'm going to go Booty personally. Chris Moore's okay. Travis Hunter, though. Chat, vote on this one. Travis Hunter or Booty. Booty might be safer. Hunter's got more risk, more upside. So kind of depending on what you need, TJ. If you need a big swing, maybe go Hunter. He's still going to get 2 or 3 catches, 30 yards no matter what. But I think he's got a chance to really blow up. Booty's a solid option, though. He seems to be heavily targeted by May. May loves him. Tough to say. I'm probably going to go... I'm a Travis Hunter guy still. So I'm going to go Travis Hunter, but that's me. Vidal or Johnston. I'm going Vidal. It's not even really close for me. Mike, appreciate you. 1 in 5 person who has ETN wants Adams and Hendy for ETN. Person who has ETN wants Adams. I'm not trading Adams for ETN, to be honest. I think Adams is right there, but a little bit safer. So I'm going to go ahead and say no on that one. I don't think I do that. Would I give up Mike Evans? Or Worthy? I don't think I'm giving what this person is going to ask for. I mean, Adams is a monster, bro. And this week specifically, he's going to get heavily targeted. If he did it 1-for-1, chat, would you do Adams for ETN? He wants Hendy. That's too much. But chat, please vote on that one. I don't mind you getting ETN. You got Tootin. I don't mind it. ETN and Adams are pretty close. I just don't think I'm throwing anything extra. That's where I'll leave it. Let's see what the chat says. If you want a couple ETN and Tootin together, I'm fine with it. And Adams is an older player. Injuries could happen. I don't know. Chat, vote on that one. Adams captain wants Adams. No. Adams. I want Adams. No. I'll keep Adams. Yeah. Adams is gonna ball, bro. But I'd be okay 1-for-1 if you felt like you had to get that RB and that's just the way you feel about the setup of your team. But not giving up more. And I don't even think I do it personally 1-for-1, but it's close enough to where I'm fine with it. 2-point tight end premium Fannin plus Rice or Kittle, Garrett Wilson. It's really, really close. I'm going to go Rice and Fannin because I think the world of Fannin. And Rice to me is a top 5 wide receiver, so I'm going to go ahead and smash that. But Kittle's an interesting player going forward, but I also think it's an injury risk. Judkins or Scattaboo this week. I can't sit Judkins over Scat, even though I love Scat and I want to start Scat as well. Like it's, you got to almost find a way to play both. But Hall, Adams for Henry, Tucker, or Jennings. No, Hall Adams crushes either one. No. Looks like you're just bored trying to trade in that one. Last flex spot, Hendy or Hunter. I'm going Hunter until further notice. I think the chat, for the most part, would agree. Start 1, AJB, ETN, or Chris Moore. I'm going to go ETN. I'm not even considering sitting ETN in that kind of question. Play 1, Hendy, Pitts, or Worthy. I would probably go Worthy here. Even if you're playing Rice, Mahomes is easily capable of feeding both those bad boys. Luke McCaffrey, Moore. I mean, this is the question that we're going to get all night long, really. Luke McCaffrey, Moore, Ertz. Probably Luke McCaffrey, personally, of these options. But I do like Whittington a touch more, but I'm fine with Luke McCaffrey. I'm fine. I think they're pretty close. I think they're damn close. They'll probably finish this thing. PPR, pick 1 tight end and 1 flex. Fannin, Otten. Chubb, Ao, Harvey, Bam. Not loving these options, my boy. I guess I'd go Fannin. I might go Fannin and Otten. I don't know. Fannin and Ao. Ao's pretty decent this week with Ridley out. So I guess Fannin and Ao if I was forced to make a decision. But Fannin for sure. Fannin and Otten's kind of safe. Pick 1.5 tight end premium. Ramondre Juwan. Probably go Waller, I suppose. It's a tough call though. Pick 1 to start. Booty, Wandell, Cup. I'd probably go Booty personally. Smitty, remember last night? No, bro. No, bro. No, bro. Going up against Adam Stafford, start, pick up Love. Going against Adam and Stafford, start and pick up Love. Going against Adams and Stafford. Well, against Adams and Stafford pickup, it doesn't change anything for me, bro. I like Love, but it depends, like, who's your quarterback. Like, that other part has nothing to do with it. I don't care who you're playing. It doesn't make me start anybody or bench anybody. 14-team PPR, pick 2. Hendy, Burden, Chris Moore. Probably Chris Moore and Hendy if I had to pick 2. Not loving those options, though. If DJ Moore had sat out, I like Burden. Burden's kind of interesting, though. If you hear that DJ Moore's going to be on a pitch count, then maybe you switch it. I would get ETN, T-Mac, and Algier or Spears for Adams and Hendy. ETN, T-Mac, and Algier. I'd take Algier. ETN and T-Mac for Adams and Hendy and Spears. Yes, I would take that. ETN side by a lot. By quite a bit. Watching Florida State 1 a.m. is cool. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you being here. Alex, appreciate you, my boy. Bourne or ETN. Anything can happen, though. Trust your gut. Kittle or Warren. I'm going to go Warren, BTJ, or Vidal. Vidal's safer. BTJ's higher risk, higher reward. Wheel Snipe Selly in the building, ladies and gentlemen. $20 hauler doing his thing. Doing his thing. I love the $20 haulers. They give me a chance to stop and take a drink. Damn. Thank you, Wheel Snipe. Oh, I could always count on Wheel Snipe for the drink break. Hey, Smitty, league getting stingy with me. Need a tight end. Got pieces to move. 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. I got Bucky, Achane, Genty, Rice, London, Ladd. I got Pitts, Gadsden, Barner. JD5 behind center. Thoughts? I mean, your team is great. I don't honestly think you should be really moving anything. Because right now, Bucky's out, so Achane, Genty, you're covered there. Rice, London, Ladd, love it. Got Pitts, Gadsden. I know you're not going to, I know this isn't what you want to hear because you want some sort of, mad scientist answer, but I don't think I'm moving anything. It's a fantastic team. Your receivers are off the hook. Ladd's going to pick things up. Bucky will be back, but Achane and Genty could hold down the fort. You got when Bucky's back, you got this nice, potential rotational thing going where you got at least one player to cover if injuries or whatever strike. I don't think I change a thing. Sully. I like that team a lot. I think the chat probably would agree. It's a really, really solid squad, my boy. Real solid squad. This one's from Hated Chris. Thank you for the 20, Sully. You're the man. I'm not moving anything. I don't even want to move those running backs at all. So there's nobody I even want you to go get. Unless you traded Bucky for Judkins and something. Bucky for Henry or Barkley. One of those two running backs and something. If you can get someone to overpay for Bucky, I'm all ears. Like they throw in a JMO or a Hendy type of player, I'm all ears. They upgrade your tight end from, or who'd you have at tight end? Who was it that you had at tight end, Sully? You had Genty Rice, Kyle Pitts. I mean, like, let's say they upgraded Kyle Pitts into Warren and give you, Henry or Barkley for Bucky. Like, something like that I'd consider, Chris, or Wheel Snipe, but that's it. Then Hated Chris, Dynasty, trade Henry for Addison or Devontae Smith. I guess I'd take Addison and Dynasty, but Chris, if you can win now, I don't think I'd trade Henry. I just ride it out. If you can win now, I don't want you trading him. Darnold or Stafford. Houston's a tough matchup, but that London game also has some concerns. I'd probably go with Darnold because he's been a hot hand. I do like Stafford this week, and most people are in a jam type of, question. Standard scoring, pick 3, Shaheed, Tucker, Worthy, Dowdle. Let's go Worthy, Dowdle locked. And then honestly, I'd go Shaheed, unless there's some sort of injury report in the morning on it. I have Stafford keep or get Love. I would rather have Love this week. Adams, it doesn't matter who you're facing. Doesn't matter. Versus Adams. It doesn't matter. You start the best scoring player. Should I trade JCM and DK for McBride? I'd probably rather have, if you're loaded, Vic, I like McBride more. If you don't have like the depth to do this, I don't know that I'm getting rid of my depth. Like if you're scraping by now because of the move, then no. Offer Worthy and K9 for King Henry. I would definitely take King Henry and take a gamble. Or Pearsall and K9. I'd rather get Pearsall. Yeah, do that. That one might be too little, but I definitely do that over the other one. But I do either one and take the gamble. If you need a change, my boy, if you need some sort of change in order to win. Like if you're looking at your team and you're like, I can't win the way things are going. I'm not winning the way things are going. Then go get King Henry and try it. Chris Moore, Bourne, Hunter, Tez, and Igbuka need to start too. Who do I start and do I wait till Monday? 2-2 Whittington, Luke McCaffrey on waivers also. I'm just going to go Tez Buka. It's easy. If you needed another one, it would probably be, I suppose, Travis Hunter. Bourne's pretty nice, though. He's been playing very steady. But I'd probably go Travis Hunter, quite honestly. Thank you for the super chat, young man. But yeah, Tez is a fine start if we get to that point. Pickens or QJ, give me Pickens all day. It's not even close. Mason Taylor, Goddard. Look, Goddard's catching underhand touchdown passes, granny throws by Jalen Hurts on the daily. Like this is a norm. Hey, granny pass coming in. My only QB is Tua. Should I play a waiver wire QB? Wentz, Brisket, Penix. I would definitely. Oh man, I would personally start Penix. Well, chat Penix Jr. or Tua. It's not an easy call, to be honest. I wish it was. It's just not. Let's get a group think on this one. Penix Jr. That's my lean. My lean is Penix Jr. And I know everybody wants to pretend like he's not a high octane passer anymore. Like, oh, he's just manages the game. I really think he's solid. I think he can come around, bro. So I'll go Penix as well. Tua, I don't know what he is right now. I really have no idea. Nady, thank you for the super chat. Wait for Buka or Flex Fannin Jr. I mean, pick up Tez, pick up one of those Bucks receivers, and then wait on Buka for sure. But it is smart to have a backup plan on during that game with those wide receivers. My buddy wants to know who to flex full PPR, Golden, Bourne, or Tucker Pollard. Probably Bourne. He's been on fire, and Mac Jones loves him, bro. So until further notice, it's Bourne, bro. Bourne keeps doing it. Why would you sit? The only reason your buddy's sitting Bourne is if he sat him 2 weeks in a row. And he's like, can it just be true? Can it be true? Let me state him again. Then it makes sense. Marv over one of Brees, Vidal, Genty, BTJ. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. Danny, appreciate you. Ladd and Benson for Hall. I'd rather have probably... Look, I'd rather have Ladd in a vacuum, but fair market value, you should be getting more. So Ladd, but I don't like Benson right now. Ladd and something else. Does he have anything else? I kind of like it, like quietly, but I want you to get more if you can. Hey, Smitty, need 2 running backs and 1 flex. Ray dropping a gifted membership. Thank you, Ray. It looks like, who got it? Got it. Ken88 got it. Nice job, bro. Appreciate you. Hey, Smitty. And anybody else dropped the gifted memberships? I don't know if they did or not. I appreciate you guys. Anybody that's dropped them today at all. Hey, Smitty, need 2 running backs and a flex. Who do I start? Brees Hall, Genty, White, Diggs, Scat, Olave, or Buka. This is tough. I'd probably go Brees Hall, Genty. So your 2 running backs. Your flex is going to be, I believe it's probably safest to go Rachaad White. I think that Scat's a nice play. Ibuka, you could wait on him, but then you got to pick up one of the Buck players, and then is the Buck player better than... No. I'd say White is probably the safest call. White, Genty, Brees Hall. Chat, if you think differently, please drop it in the chat and help out Michael. Rachaad White or wait on Buka and pick up a Buck. You know? I went to counseling before this video. I dialed up the Amazon lady and I said, help me have bedside manner with my super chats. These poor people dealing with me reading these super chats, my brain getting mush. And she said, what in the hell are you talking about? And I said, Karen, help me help them. Help me help them. And Karen said, just shut up and buck up. So I'm here to buck up. Should I hold Taysom and get TJ? I don't know. I have Ferguson. I don't know, bro. That one's up in the air. Who to bench? Judkins, Kyron, or... What are you doing? I ran out with that question, Nico. You're not benching Kyron. You're not benching Nico. You probably, I guess, bench Judkins, but you should probably be making a trade. Although, bye week's coming up, you're going to be pretty set. Maybe you wait until after that. Tez or Burton? I don't know. Who's thinking Burton? Did I miss something? Did I sleep through something, like when I took an hour power nap because I didn't get any sleep? Did I miss something on Burton? I'm asking honestly for a friend. Burton. Start Goff or Fields start 1. Hendy, Sharps, or Tucker. I'd go Sharps and I'd probably go Goff, bro. I mean, I don't think I'd probably go Goff. I would go Goff. Burton. Now Burton's going to go crazy. Burton's going nuts now. Get Burton in your lineup immediately. Smitty, 10-man, 3-3, lost neighbors. Bucky, starting Caleb over Hurts. I don't know why you... I mean, look. Anything could happen. I wouldn't do it. Is anybody starting Caleb over Hurts? I get that it's appealing when you start playing matchup games all day long, but I mean, I get it's Philly. You could still rush 2 or 3 touchdowns in. I'm not gonna sit Hurts. I know it's the Saints. I know it's in Chicago. I know he could have 3 TDs. Am I wrong, guys? Am I wrong, or is this the play to do it? I don't know. Trade Hurts or something, if you're gonna be doing this. Judkins, JCM. If Buka plays Monday, do I start him over White? Yeah, if he's starting, I would, Jonathan. I would definitely do that. Nice squad. Adams only because Buka was questionable. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I definitely would sit Rachaad White if Buka's a go. I mean, we'll know. They might say something like he's on a pitch count, and then we maybe won't. We should have plenty of information in time right before the kickoff, and you can ask me or just hear me talk about it. Do I trade Ladd for Kamara? I would rather have Lad quietly, so no. It's a tough spot to be in because I would want, if I'm trading Kamara, I'm going to pretend like I want more. But at the end of the day, like on the flip side of that, trying to trade away to go get Kamara when I don't want Kamara, I'd rather have Lad. What running backs to try and get with London, Buka, Lamb, Rice? Try to hold London, try to hold Lamb, try to hold Rice. And you trade Buka banged up right now for Judkins and something, for Achane straight up, for Genty and something, for James Cook. Those are the boys you're going after, my man. Ferguson or Fannin, probably Fannin with CD Lamb back. But trust your gut on that one. Fergie's been playing good all year, obviously. Sup, Smitty, if Hendy goes house, $100 tomorrow. I love when Angel does this. I love it because, you know, the dedication. If Hendy takes a house call in, $100 tomorrow, super chat. Angel just doesn't let up on this stuff. And I love it. I love the way Angel thinks. I love that Angel wants a house call. Hendy, appreciate you, Angel.
Mashed potatoes!
I smell meatloaf. And Angel, as you drop your 100, I'm putting on my Peaky hat as well during that. Okay. Also, would it be lame if I picked up and dropped all QBs so a guy playing can't pick up one? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Look, it's within the confines of rules. Are you going to make friends doing that? No. But if you're going to sit here and try and dangle your game plan in front of everybody, you can't get like if he's trying to stretch it out and play that game, there's nothing wrong with doing this. You're not going to make friends. But just take your, like if let's say you don't really care about who you start at kicker, that's between 4 or 5 guys, just drop your kicker, pick up all the QBs, and then pick up your final kicker. It's his fault. Like I play in a league where I could do this, and I play in a league where it'd be frowned upon. So you also need to know the culture of your league. Your league culture matters. But I'm fine with this. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't look down on a person for being astute and creative and on top of it. I mean, this guy should be on top of it. He's trying to push it in front of all of you. He's telling you, guys, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait till the last second in front of all of you and pick up a quarterback and try and beat you. I mean, you're competing out here, and he's trying to dangle and take advantage of the system to win. Why can't you take advantage of the same system to win? You know what I'm saying? I could argue at night, left and right. Flex, pick up full PPR. Chuba, Dowdle, Pittman, Vidal. Vidal this week, Alicia. Vidal is just really safe. Dowdle is very intriguing, though, as well. Guys, Vidal or Dowdle, can we vote for Alicia in the chat? I need at least 10 votes. Vidal or Dowdle. Vidal is probably safer. Start Vidal or Pacheco. Vidal on that one. That one's easy. That one's light work. That's like asking, do I go out in a storm with a lightning rod and stand in the middle of the freeway, or do I not? That's about the simple of an answer. Scadaboo and Genty in running back 1-2 slots. Good. Laporta at tight end, 2 flexes or Kittle, Dowdle. Have Jacobs benched until news. If he's good to go, who do I put him over? I would probably say Dowdle, but if we get any sense that Chuba's very limited, then you bench Kittle coming off an injury. Or you put Kittle in the lineup and you bench Laporta. That's probably what I would do. Chat, can you rank it in order, please? Laporta, Kittle, Dowdle, so that boy can see an order that makes him feel comfortable. Kittle, Laporta, Dowdle, can you please rank that right now? And then if we get news that Dowdle is going crazy because, you know, we're going to have a snap count for Chuba, like very, very minimal amount of carries or something, he can throw Dowdle to the top, and then your Laporta Kittle ranking can help kind of guide him. So drop Laporta Kittle ranking if you could. $10 hauler, lose or lost Burrow, most points scored against. I'm sorry about that. Daniel Jones, okay. Gibbs, Hendy, BTJ, Rice. Right, yeah, but you know what? Rice is coming back, my boy. And you've had Boca injured. Debo's hurt. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. 1-5, I still have faith. Do not give up. I'm going down with the ship. Don't worry about it. I don't think there's much you can trade. Look, we're the night before. You could try and trade Buka off the news that he might play, and then people are like, oh, he's coming back a lot sooner than I thought, and you go get a Judkins and Ladd. So go see who the Ladd owner has at running back. See if it's a Judkins-esque player, Judy-esque player, and then you do 2 for 1. You just try and work that in. If not, then I don't know that there's much else you would do right now. You kind of wait until the games are played and let's see what's what with your players who are coming back. Debo will be worth more next week than he is right now because he'll be likely better, suited to play. Start 1, Dowdle, Chuba, Woody, Ferguson, Dobbs, J-Mo. I like J-Mo as a sneaky play, but I'm going to go Dowdle. But if you have any sort of Dowdles at all about Dowdle, any Dowdles at all, then I don't mind you switching it out for J-Mo, but I'd probably go Dowdle. Would you flip Bill for Brees? I definitely would. I would. I love Bill. I really, really do. But at this point, I think it's safer to go Brees Hall. And Brees has an amazing matchup. They both have great matchups. They really do. Bill's got an amazing matchup. $20 hauler from Joseph. Joseph.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Joseph, thank you. Hebrew Hammer here. You by far put the best show on daily. Thank you. 14-man league. Would you make any moves? Maybe T and Tyler Warren package. Maybe. So it's a sharp league. Okay. 14 team. Dak, CD, Gibbs, Monty. I like this team a lot. I don't know that I'm moving much, to be honest with you, bro. There's not a lot of wiggle room. It's 14 team. You got Dak and CD doing things. You got Gibbs doing things. Monty and Gibbs is kind of like a protective measure in a 14 team league that I kind of like. Kind of a real attractive 14-team league strategy because if something happened to Gibbs, Monty will explode. If something happens to Monty, Gibbs explodes more. And then you can use Monty. It's serviceable. I don't think I'm doing anything. Unless I'm moving T. Higgins and Tyler Warren and you get like Fannin or you got a good tight end backup, I would probably say a package that I would want for T and Warren would be Adams or higher. James Cook doubted. Kyron feels like he's attainable there. Henry or Barkley. Otherwise, I'm standing down and I'm really liking your squad, bro. It's a very, very balanced squad. And T's even really interesting and intriguing in that format at where you've got him. I do love the Henry, the James Cook, the Barkley, the Genty maybe. 2 point Judkins and something even, or Judkins. You could almost do it straight up, but I kind of want to get something. Go to the Ladd owner, go to the J-Mo owner, see what other running back they have that you could do a 2 for 2 on. 2 point tight end premium, Fannin, Judkins, or Kyron Rome. Woo! It depends on who your tight end would be if you traded Fannin. In a vacuum, I want Kyron and Rome by far, but that depends on your tight end situation after this trade. So I guess if you didn't have anybody and it hit you hard, it makes it a little tougher, but I almost still do it and go streaming the tight end position. But I mean, that's a lot of value, especially with Dunze being bye week free. Scatterboo or Vidal. Vidal's a little safer with the matchup. McCaffrey or Olave. I assume you mean Luke McCaffrey. I will probably say Olave. So Vidal Olave is your safest course of action, but I mean, Scat's so hard to sit. He's so fun to play too. Should I offer Keenan Allen and Vidal for Debo? No, I'd rather have Vidal and Keenan Allen. Debo's injured right now, bro. You're paying top dollar for Debo right now. You should be paying seller dweller. Keenan Allen for Debo straight up. You throwing Vidal in? Vidal's a top 12 to 15 running back for the next 4 weeks, at least. So absolutely no. That'd be a lambasting. You'd be getting, smashed into oblivion on that trade. 10-team PPR record 2-4, starting Mahomes, CD, London, Brees, Rashad White, Ferguson, Jettas, bench, Rice. Rice on your bench? What are you talking about? Rice on your bench for who? Is Rashad White your running back 2 or your flex? CD, London, Brees. I'm not saying sit Brees Hall. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, no, okay, so Mahomes, CD, London. So Brees Hall, Rashad White, Ferguson, Jettas. So Jettas is your flex, essentially, in this context. I don't know what to tell you, bro. If you literally have CD London and Jettas and Rice, what in the hell are you doing? What have you been doing for the last few weeks when you could try and consolidate? This is impossible. Now, I will say when bye weeks come, you're going to be better than everybody, I assume. This is a 10-man league, but still, it's loaded for a 10-man league. I don't know. What do you even upgrade? Yeah, Brees. Upgrade Brees. Go make a trade, man. Turn Brees into Gibbs or Bijan. You know? You're sitting on so much talent. You could still do this trading. You're still going to have depth for bye weeks. So, I get Rice. Do I sit anybody for Rice? Chad, are we putting Jettas in or Rice? How do you sit Rashi Rice coming off as big game? Do I sit London? No. Do I sit CD? No. Do I sit Jettas for Rice? Probably. I think. Trade Jet. Okay, so I didn't even read the rest of your question. I got so in a frantic moves to make. Trade Jettas for running back. Why don't we trade Jettas and Rashad White for Gibbs? Why don't we do that with Brees for Gibbs for Bijan? I mean, right now. Jettas for Achane. Go Bucks. What's taking you so long is my only question. Goodness gracious, man. Scotty, Egbuka straight up for Judkins or Kyron. I'm fine with either one. I'd rather have Kyron, I suppose. But I'm fine with either one of those. But I don't know. I kind of want to get more. With Egbuka news that he could play, I think you can maybe reach for more now. Because he's no longer like unknown injured Buka. He's now, oh my God, he's probably playing his next game at least, but may play this week. I think you could get a little bit more. But then again, it's like running backs are a hot commodity. Chad, are you guys okay with him trading Buka straight up for Judkins or Kyron? And if so, which one would you prefer? I'd probably say Kyron. And Kyron's been doing amazing things, bro. He's been balling out. 0.5 pick 1, Woods, Waller, must-win game. Woody Waller. I'm going to go with the Woody Waller. It's tight end premium, I guess Waller. You almost got to go Waller. A lot of people are saying Kyron, keep Buka, keep Buka. Keep Buka. Not good with trading him. Yeah, I don't know. If you've got to make a trade, try and get a little more. Because it sounds like most people want Buka more. 12-team pick 2. Taysom, Otten, Witten, and Coker. Flex 2. 2 flex. Whittington. And I guess Otten. Taysom's intriguing, but I don't know if he's ready for prime time yet. He usually does something and then we put him in after he has the game, so it's tough to know when. Taysom's pretty solid though. I guess I would go Whittington and Otten or Whittington and Taysom. Chat, can you vote Otten, Whittington, Taysom? I'm not ready for Coker yet. Taysom, Otten, Whittington, pick 2. Taysom, Otten, Whittington. At least 10 votes from you guys. Please help our boy locked so he can get proper help. Who should I start on Monday football, Mr. Anonymous? I don't know. It's a pretty vague question, my boy. I don't know. Who do you have? Would be my. I know I'm a little out of line, but who do you have? That could help. That could help. Otten and Whittington. Otten. Someone offered me Nico Collins straight up for Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm sure that they did. I'm sure that they did. Gibbs all the way. Have to start Lane and Spears tomorrow, so definitely a loss. Have Hampton, Garrett Wilson, and Debo all out, man. I don't know. You could try and move like Garrett Wilson or Debo with Hampton for like you could try for a person freaking out on I don't know. I don't think James Cook's going that cheap. I've seen him go nearly that cheap. You could go after a Henry, a Barkley, a Cook, a Javonte. Take kind of a gamble on somebody playing right now. 8-team in last place: Dak, Herbert, CD, Jettas, Tet, Golden, JT, Walker, Vidal, Hendy, Sharps. Would you drop anyone to pick up Woody, Algier, Spears, Miller, or Tootin? I'd probably drop, man, it's a tough one to like hold on to. There's no one really here to drop but Golden or Brian Robinson Jr. I think I do drop Golden for Tootin. I think I consider dropping Brian Robinson Jr. for Woody, but the moment Chubb or CMC goes down, if they go down, or when they go down, or if they go down, that player is going to be the better player. So it's really opportunity, which we can't fully predict, that's going to open the door for Woody or Brian Robinson Jr. So it's kind of a gut call there. There's not really an answer. I wish there was, but there's not. It comes down to who's getting starts, and if they are, then they're the guy. It's that simple. It's really, really tough to say. 14-team pick 2, half PPR: Harvey, Shepard, Booty, Luke McCaffrey, Burden. Probably say Booty and Luke if I have to in this situation. 1 and 5, trade my Diggs, Monty, Vidal for Buka and JMO. I would take Buka and JMO, and I wouldn't even think twice, to be honest. Not even close, my boy. Not even remotely close, my boy. Flex 1, Dowdle or Buka, and then you have Johnson waiting. Here's what I would do. I would say wait till tomorrow. If the news is looking really good for Dowdle, like, hey, Dowdle's going to get all the work, then you just plug him in. If there's bad news on Chuba. If not, then I would roll with the Buka and Tampa Bay Buck and probably Johnson, and you just kind of wait on that. That's what I would do. But it'd have to be convincing Dowdle information, tomorrow to make me go ahead and say, let's do it. 4 and 2, 2 flex, lean, JD5, or league, JD5, HN, ETN, Hendy, BTJ, Buka, Debo, Dunze, any move, stand down, upgrade ETN. I like ETN a lot. I wish you had Tootin. Do you have Tootin? I don't see Tootin. Where the hell is Tootin? Call your boy. Where the hell is Tootin? I would say Debo or Dunze, preferably sending Debo or Kraft. Kraft and ETN, or Debo and ETN, or all three for a Henry or a Barkley or a James Cook, or obviously an HM, but that's going to be hard to do for sure. Absolutely. Oh, you got HN. ETN. Henry, Barkley, James Cook. What other running backs fit the bill for that? Let's see here. Kyron. You could go ETN for Judkins and you give up Debo. I'm fine with that. Wouldn't do a Dunze there. If I'm doing a Dunze, I want to get like Genty. I want to get Barkley. Even Hendy, I almost don't know if I would give a Dunze. But I'd definitely do any of those trades, my boy. Call your boy loud. You're the man. Pick 1. Start Luke McCaffrey, JMO, or Shaheed. I go JMO. JMO all day. Husseini with a $20 hauler. He's back. He's back.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Husseini, thank you for giving me the drink break, bro. Any $20 hauler gives me a drink. It's fantastic. Hubbard or Kamara rest of season? Probably Kamara right now. Don't love either, though. Kittle or Fannin rest of season? Probably Kittle rest of season, but I trade one of them. Whichever one gets me the most return, because I do believe in Fannin, and Njoku's out for at least a handful of games with a severe knee injury. JCM or Henry rest of season? Henry. But I do trade JCM off a high, big week if he does against Dallas. And Sutton or Luke McCaffrey at the flex this week? I'm going Sutton without a hesitation. Anything can happen, so trust your gut on Luke McCaffrey, but I don't think you could sit Sutton. Sutton's a fantastic play. Luke McCaffrey's a nice, like, reaching flex, second flex play, but he's not a locked-in, near low-end wide receiver, too, like Sutton. My gunner, POTW. What's that? Laddie boy. I know a lot of people read that funny. They always say, pause Smitty on your laddie boy. Laddie boy tomorrow. My Rice finally unleashed. My Judkins and Bill both set up for huge games. Big day tomorrow. Let's go, my boy. Let's go. Did you buy some gunners? Is that what you're saying here? Laddie boy is definitely going to Mars tomorrow. And Rice is going to be unlocked. You got a really, really good team here. Definitely consider moving some of that around. The excess of the Kittle tight end situation, the potential Kamara. You got Dowdle, right? If you got Dowdle, you keep Chuba. If not, you could send him packing. But you got a good squad, my boy. You got a real good squad. Let's see what's what. Definitely trading one of the tight ends to get an advantage somewhere if possible. Keenan or roll the dice with Ibuka. Low win percentage. I'm definitely gonna go Ibuka in a Tampa Bay Buccaneer wide receiver, I think. Well, guys, do you like Keenan Allen or Ibuka with the Tampa Bay Buck wide receiver? Let's call it Tez. I'm sure you can pick up one of them. If you can't, you almost can't play this game. But I think I would play the game. Choose 2 PPR. I do feel like there's like a 60% chance he's going to be ruled out, but there's still 40 in my mind. Choose 2 PPR. Ertz, Michael Mayer, Hendy, Marks. I'd probably go Marks and I don't know. Mayer's pretty solid. I'd probably go Ertz and Marks. With Debo out, I'd go Ertz and Marks, in my opinion. I think just Ertz makes a lot of sense with Debo out. It just really does. It feels like a touchdown. Josh Jacobs or Rice PPR. Look, Josh Jacobs is questionable to play at this point. So the answer is Rice no matter what. But I don't know why you'd even consider a guy that's questionable to play. And if he plays, like what does it mean? What happens with him? Is he injured? Is he hampered at all? I mean, Rice is a better call anyway. Rice to the moon, man. You've been waiting your whole life for this Rice situation to finally get behind you. And now you're going to sit him? You know what I mean? Player of the week, POTW. I'm sorry. Shorthand for player of the week. I'm sorry. Gunner player of the week, Laddie boy. I got you, Husseini. Thank you for clarifying. Let's switch out the glasses, by the way, since Husseini's bringing it up. Gunner player of the week, brought to you by Gunner.
The Gunner player of the week,
Brought to you by Gunner.com.
Anybody wants to get a pair of these Gunner glasses, get your glasses now. Let me drop this link in the live chat right now. These are the Gunner. This is the Gunner link right now to get yourself a pair of Gunners. I only wear blue light blocking glasses and I only wear Gunners. And as you can see, I've got an entire rack of them. These are the clicks right here. Let's put on the Fallout. The Fallout come in a tremendously attractive metal case like this. And the Fallouts come in these. And the Fallouts are pretty awesome. They're like gaming goggles. They're all blue light blocking. You don't have to get sunglass tint like me. 15% off if you use, let me go back to that. 15% off if you use code Smitty. Right here.
the Gunner player of the week.
Brought to you by Gunner.com.
Hit that link that I dropped and pinned in the live chat. But Gunner blue light blocking glasses. These are the Fallout. I love them. They're kind of like a thicker glasses, but like they feel like very thin. You can't even tell they're thicker when they're on. No one's gonna really notice. It's just, but they're almost like a goggle, gaming goggle. It's awesome. Thank you, Husseini, for reminding me. Player of the week acronym. Hunter Vidal or Jordan Mason in the flex. I'm gonna go Vidal. He feels very safe today. Or tomorrow. I guess it's today for some of you already. Need one for the flex. Pickens, Sutton, BTJ. I'd probably go Pickens, Sutton, or BTJ, guys. I'm kind of leaning Pickens. He's like top 5 wide receiver, you know. I know Lamb's back, but non-PPR start to Adams, Ladd, Pittman, or Rice. I'm going Rice and Adams. I hate putting Ladd on the bench, but that's probably what I'm going to choose. I could go Rice and Ladd if you're worried about the London game. But look, with Puka out, Adams should be targeted heavily. My only concern is he get hurt doing too much or something. I don't know. Full PPR, need one. Chris Moore, Tez, or Whittington. I've been leaning Whittington, and I know a lot of people are going in different directions, but with this other call, I don't know. Tez, you're beholden to the news, right? I'm not saying he still doesn't do okay, but I think I'd go Whittington. I like Whittington a lot. I think Whittington feels like a pretty decent play. I could be wrong on that. Trust your gut. 10-team PPR, Daniels, Caleb, CMC, Achane, White, Bill, Buka, Spears, Waddle, Devontae Smith, McLaurin, McBride, Ferguson. Need to make a move. Send Achane plus for an elite wide receiver like JSN or Amon-Ra St. Brown. I could do that. I'd trade Devontae Smith. I'd trade maybe McLaurin, Ferguson. I'd throw any of those guys in a deal to get JSN or Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think that you could argue that Achane's just as good. If anything, I would trade CMC, keep Achane, trade CMC for two players that are Nico and Judkins like in value. They'd have to be two monsters like that, but now's the time to do it. I personally would go that route versus the other route. But if you were to want to go in that direction, I'm fine with giving up Ferguson or any of those smaller pieces to do a deal. But I'm not giving up a big gun whatsoever. If I do, I'm giving up CMC for the two players. And I think that that's a logical move at this point. Superflex League QBs are Dak, Lawrence, Dart, Ward, 5-1. Now Shanahan's having Christian McCaffrey line up at quarterback. Have you heard that? He's running multiple plays at quarterback in practice. Not one time for fun working on a trick play. He was lining up taking multiple snaps at quarterback. Shanahan's going to break the kid. Superflex League QBs are Dak, Lawrence, Dart, Ward, 5-1 record. Would you trade Dart and Laporta for Bowers? 100%. If it's tight end premium, 100%. I hate losing a quarterback. You've got Ward there just in case, but he might get you negative points some weeks. But honestly, Dart isn't big enough he doesn't have enough weapons for me to be turning down in a premium tight end premium league as well. A Brock Bowers. So take Brock Bowers and run. Nico, Sutton, Rice, Buka, sit one. Well, you're not sitting Nico. You're not sitting Rice. You're probably sitting Buka and just starting Sutton. Unless you can pick up one of the Buck players, and then you could go Buka and the Buck player. But Sutton's pretty solid to be playing those games. I probably just say go Sutton this weekend. And even if Buka plays, maybe he ends up like being a little more limited and scores what Sutton's scoring anyway. So I think it's probably smart to just go Sutton right now versus mess around. I think messing around is going to cause you some turmoil when you got a solid situation right here in front of your face. Just take it and roll with it. What else do we got? Appreciate everybody in the building. Go ahead and make sure you get yourself a pair of those Gunners. The link is in the live chat. Here's get your blue light blocking Gunner glasses. Here's the link one more time. Smash that link. I love these things. I'm not even joking. I promote them a lot because I love them. You've seen me wear Gunner blue light blocking glasses since really the onset of the show. And I had my OG pair that I bought myself and wore them before there's any sort of, relationship between me and Gunner. And I wore them, the OGs, over and over and over. These right here. These are the ones that I always had. When I put these on, you're going to recognize me. You're going to go, I remember you. These are the ones that I wore for years, and it was the only pair I had. Let's wear these for a little while for old time's sake. Let's wear and if we put on the Peaky hat. We'll put on the Peaky hat with these glasses. It looks pretty fly together. You looking at me? You looking at me? I know you're not looking at me. This is Peaky Smitty. These Peaky hats are unbelievable, and the quality. Like, look at the inside of this. It's like it feels like silk in there. I don't know what fabric that is, but this is the Houndstooth Halloween. That's about the realistic color. I think the blue lights kind of mess with it, but right there you can kind of see it's red and black. But these hats are unbelievable and badass. I mean, they don't go with every outfit, but I mean, you get the right look going. It's pretty awesome. These can be found at bostonscully.com. Boston Scully BostonsScully.com. BostonsScully.com. Love these guys. They sent me these two hats. I've been wearing the black one and this one. I love them. they look uniquely. They're unique. They're just unique. Not everybody's gonna look good at one. Not every outfit's gonna look good with it. I'm not saying I look good with it. I don't know what I look good in. I might look like a fool, but I love it. It makes me smile. And I put these glasses on. It fits even nicer with it. Let's see. We got other couple of super chats here. Mike, would you trade Adams and Hendy for T-Mac, Etienne, and Spears? Didn't we already answer this one, Mike? Didn't we already answer this one? I think we did. T-Mac, Etienne. I'd rather have T-Mac and Etienne. Now, if Hendy gets on his horse, I could very much easily see me wanting the other side later. But right now, I think I'm leaning that side. Smitty, I have another question. Benson in the IR, how valuable fantasy player is he when he returns and take the backfield away? Husseini, I wish I knew the answer to that. I'll be honest and tell you I don't know that I'm super ultra confident, but I certainly it would need to be somebody that I could pick up that I really, really love in the IR spot. And like who you putting in IR? Like, let's say you can put, I don't know, somebody like Bucky in IR, and it allows you to pick up somebody like Tootin, then I would do that. But Benson still, I don't know what he has. Smitty Shelby, Peaky Smitty Blinder, whatever you choose. It doesn't. There's nothing that speaks to us that Benson's got this locked in starting job when he comes back. I'll tell you that. But I also feel like I know how good he is, and if he gets a shot, he'll do well. I just can't guarantee he's going to get a shot, unfortunately. It's the Arizona Cardinals. You know, they're disappointing. They've been disappointing. Yeah. This one's pretty awesome. So here are this is the one that I have on right now. So this is they call it the houndstooth. This one right here is a woven. You can see that it's really nice wool woven material. This one is the I think this is called the, I want to say this is just the woven peaky. I think it's the woven, oh, it might even say on the inside. I think it's the woven Boston Scully. It's like the old school woven Boston Scully. Boston Scully Company. Oh, the woven Boston Scully, I think is what it is. But this one's pretty solid as well. You looking at me? You looking at me? I want to wear this on Halloween. I want to be a peaky. That's what I'm going to do. Well, one full PPR, Sutton, BTJ, Pickens. I feel like we answered this one too. Chat, can we vote on this one? Question just like it. Sutton, BTJ, Pickens. I lean toward Pickens. What did the chat say last time I tried to poll the audience? Can we vote on this one? Sutton, BTJ, Pickens. Sutton, BTJ, Pickens. I'm leaning Pickens even with Lamb coming back, but would love to know your guys' thoughts. Should I start Tet or risk it with Ibuka? I think Tet is a good enough play that I don't know that I mess around with the Buka situation, unless in the morning we hear very, very different information that's very good for Buka. Like he's probably going to play. Everything's pointing toward him playing as long as, like, then I'd probably take that gamble. I do have JMO. He plays on Underdog. We'll do Underdog here in a second. So JMO, yeah, you know what? That makes me feel a lot more comfortable. I would go Buka JMO. Whichever one, if Buka start, that's a really, really good play. Definitely. That's my answer. JMO, and then throw Buka in if he plays. But put JMO in for right now, in case you hit your head taking a bath or something in the morning, you know, and getting ready and all excited and get the day started. You know, you slip, you hit your head. You don't want that. Put JMO in. Ingram versus New York or Fannin with the high winds tomorrow. I'm gonna go Fannin, but you're not wrong to be concerned about weather, TM. certainly does put a different angle on it. That sometimes the weather looks like it's going to be bad, and then it's not at all. We'll have to see what it looks like in the morning. Right now, it doesn't really tell us, the for sure weather we're looking at. Got offered Henry and Sutton for Garrett Wilson and Dowdle. I'd take Henry and Sutton for sure. ETN, Vidal, and Bourne start 2. ETN and Vidal, pretty easy call. I like Bourne, though. Thinking Taylor getting like 7+ targets and a TD, would you play Fergie over him with CD back? I mean, I don't feel like, if you feel like that, Vlad, trust Taylor. If that's how you feel Taylor's going to be, I mean, by all means, but I don't know that I feel that way. I'm okay with that. Why don't you trust your gut on this one? I'm very indifferent on Mason Taylor and Fergie this week anyway. Just trust your gut, Vlad. You would kick yourself if you didn't trust your gut when I'm barely going, the wind's blowing this way. Let's go Fergie. I'm barely leaning that way. I think you should go with your gut. Sometimes I'm forcing an answer and I back myself off, and I'm just going to tell you the truth. That one I'm pretty much right down the middle. I'm just leaning Fergie. Start 2, Brees, Rashad White, Vidal, and Dowdle. I go Brees and Vidal personally, but Rashad White's a nice play, and it's a spotlight game. Chat, can you vote Vidal or Rashad White? Not that Dowdle doesn't deserve a look too. I think if you were told Dowdle's the lone starter tomorrow, and they say, oh yeah, you know what, snap count or barely playing at all, Chuba's not going to play much, I think Dowdle goes straight in your lineup with Brees. But can you guys vote Vidal and Rashad White in case that news doesn't lean that direction, please? Come on. No, bro. No, bro. Remember last night? 54 yards for Scat. Look, he's going to get that. Denver be damned. Scat's going to get, I think I'm going to make that one of my favorite plays here. Drake May, let's see if he's got any. Dowdle, 61 yards. I kind of feel like that's underrated too because of the situation at hand. I feel like even with Chuba back, Chuba's not going to get, even 50% of the work. So Dowdle, 61 yards feels like a cakewalk. I could be wrong on that, but I don't know. I don't think I am. Those are 2 really good plays so far looking at this stuff. Rashee Rice, 63 yards. I'll take that. They're giving Judkins a respectable 92 yards. They're respecting Judkins greatly in this one. Judkins should have a good game. Real good game. Kyron Williams, 67 yards. I think that's a nice one as well. Genty, 58 yards. I like those 2 as well. Those are fantastic. I feel like I'm liking all the running back yardage plays right now on Underdog. These all look really, really good. Guys, if you want to play these Underdog plays, $5, play 5, get 100 on Underdog. I feel like these are all really, really good plays. Genty. So hit the link in the live chat. I'll drop it right now in the live chat. Here's the link to Underdog, promo code Smitty. I'll pin that link in the live chat this very second. And you guys can tail some of these calls that we got here. Let me pin it real quick. So pin that in the live chat. Underdog, promo code Smitty, play 5, get 5. Call this number if anybody's, struggling with any sort of gambling or anything. That number down at the bottom. Appreciate you all. Barkley, 73 yards. I don't know if I even trust that. ETN, 57 yards. Brian Thomas Jr., 67 yards. Let's go. I like the rushing line sometimes more than anything. Stafford, Tootin, 15 yards. Dowdle, already did the Dowdle one. Pacheco, Achane, 65 yards. Okay. Brees Hall, 69 against Carolina. He should be able to eclipse that. Don't you guys think Brees Hall, 69 yards is pretty good? Mahomes, 22 rushing yards. Who knows what he does with his boy back? Worthy, 2.5 rushing yards. Man, I don't know. Let's go to the receiving yards. Receiving yards, BTJ 67 yards, Devontae Adams 82. Travis Hunter 39 is pretty good. Kyron Williams 19. These are receiving yards. 42 for Whittington. I like that. JJ 82 is respectable. I don't know if I'm going to go near that. 55 for Waddle. That's pretty good. Cleveland. Dunze 56 yards. I like that. Let's go with Dunze higher on 56.5 yards. All right, so here are my picks on Underdog. Let me send them to my screen real quickly. And you guys can tail as many of these as you want. I wouldn't suggest doing all of them at once, I suppose, but these are some really good ones. You could throw them all on one, but I think my objective here is to give you guys some really decent plays, not necessarily going all on one contest, but I like all these plays. Let me throw them on here. So this is Underdog promo code Smitty. We got Dowdle 61, 63.5 Rice, Kyron Williams 67, Gentis 58, Dunze 56. These are all really, really solid Underdog calls, I think, this week. Again, I don't know if I put all of them on one. Pick and choose, maybe mix and match, maybe spread them around, hedge your bets a little bit instead of just, going all in on all of these, because I can't guarantee all of them are going to land. 63.5 receiving. These are all pretty damn good. Dowdle 61.5. I think that's going to be pretty good. Cam Scattaboo 54.5. I like that a lot. These are all on Underdog. Promo code Smitty. Play 5, get 5. Tail these. Put these into a contest. $5 gets you 100 in bonus cash, and they also bonus funds. And they also put like a free pick 'em into your account. So smash the hell out of that. Let me hit these supers while we got them sitting here. Achan, start one Achan or Rice. I don't know how you make this call. Who you sitting, Julian? I'd probably say give me Rice, but that is such a tough call. I think Rice is going to explode, but how do you sit Achan? You kind of can't. You almost got to make a trade or do something. Drop, or I guess you're going to have bye weeks here. I'm fine with that, waiting a week, but damn, bro. Ellick for Whittington. I like Ellick this week, maybe a little more than Whittington. I like Whittington over the rest of these calls. Atwell's pretty interesting too, though. He always breaks free for a long play whenever there's injuries. Ellick's going to get fed by Ward with Ridley out. Guys, can you vote Ellick, A.O. Manor, or Whittington, or Tutu, or Johnson? Please vote for one. I'm gonna say A.O. Manor. Start one, BTJ, ETN, Jordan Mason, probably ETN, but pretty close. What wide receivers would you trade Rashee Rice for? Possible sell high hype? No. I mean, Santo, we've been waiting for this moment. He's a top 5 wide receiver. I'm not selling Rashee Rice for anybody, but I mean, it'd have to be Lamb. It'd have to be Puka, JJ. And even then, I don't know that I want to trade Rice for JJ. The answer is really nobody but 2 or 3 wide receivers. He's a top 5 guy. Sell high on why? Why? Also, Jalen Carter is in, so careful playing Mason. I mean, I don't know. I'm not playing Mason a lot anyway. It just depends on your situation. Do I trade White for ETN? I take ETN in a heartbeat. Not saying that can't backfire, but that's what I would do right now. It's my lad Benson for Hall. I'd probably rather have Hall, as I was saying. Doesn't really, what side you're on doesn't change the answer, but I would say that I like Ladd a lot. If I could get a different player than Ladd, I will want the other side. So if you're going and getting Breece Hall, then I'm fine with that. Yo, Smitty, flex Tet or Mason Taylor? I'd probably say Tet, but anything could happen. Mason Taylor could be fed with no Garrett Wilson. And back to the Lad question, Lad versus Brees. I don't want you to think I don't think Lad can hang with Brees Hall. He really can. Yo, Smitty. Oh, I did this one. Which one of these flex, Sutton, Genty, or Evans? I'd probably go Genty. But, I mean, you're not wrong to want to put Sutton in there. He's pretty safe, but I go Genty. Need some help. Should I start Fannin at tight end or put in Tucker Kraft in one of my 3 flex spots? Flex options are Diggs, JMO. I'm going JMO. Luke McCaffrey. Yeah, I'm probably saying I'm starting Tucker Kraft. You could start Fannin or Tucker Kraft. The other one could be a flex. I think Diggs and JMO are probably your next best calls. And then I think I do like the tight end over. Luke McCaffrey versus like a Fannin's kind of, it's a gut instinct. But I probably would rather have the 2 tight ends in that situation. But JMO's a lock. I like JMO a lot. Two flex PPR, QB Lamar, wide receivers Amon-Ra, London, Rice, Nico, Zay. Running backs are Kyler, Monty. Amon-Ra for JT Bijan. I mean, of course. So you'd have to give up more. Amon-Ra and Monty for Bijan. I'd do that. Amon-Ra and Monty for JT. I could consider that as well. Would I give up like bigger names? No. Do I like your team a lot? Yes. Do I touch it? If I could start all 4 wide receivers, I'm kind of tempted not to, unless I'm moving Monty and maybe like let's say Zay Flowers and Monty for like Adams or something like that. But I don't mind this Bijan or Gibbs idea using Amon-Ra. But Monty is expendable, but only Monty. I'm not throwing Kyron in or anything like that. But your team, as long as you can start 4 wide receivers, you're set. If you can't, then yeah, you probably want to trade one of them. I think, Amon-Ra for Achane even works. Amon-Ra for Henry or Barkley with an additional player like Ladd or whatever. Josh Jacobs is questionable. If he's out, do you think Emmanuel Wilson is a good running back to play? He's okay, but it would totally depend on your options, bro. I'm not going to just blanket say, put him in. And I'd have to really know what the alternative is. Need upside. Thank you for the super chat. Need upside. Addison, Bourne, Booty, or Johnson. I'm going. Honestly, I'm going probably. I mean, Addison's hard to sit, but Chad, are we going Addison or Bourne? I'm not gonna sit Addison or Bourne for Johnson. You just don't know what I'm not saying anything can happen, but Addison or Bourne for me. Guys, vote Addison or Bourne or Addison, please. Very curious to know what your answer is gonna be. Let's help out our boy with some groupthink. Sit 1, Brees, BT, Scat, Ladd, Warren, Kittle, ETN. I guess I would probably barely sit. Do we sit Kittle or Scattaboo? Scattaboo's got a tough matchup. Kittle's coming back from injury. I think he probably does pretty well, but is he kind of like is it tough for him to get going? I almost say sit Kittle for 1 game. I don't know if the chat agrees with me on that. Please vote if you could. And guys, did we get a vote on that Bourne call? I don't see any votes for it. Oh, I got to scroll down. I'm sorry. My damn thing didn't scroll. What do we got? Bourne. Yeah, Kendrick Bourne is the answer. Addison. No way you're sitting Kittle. Well, then who are you sitting, Rev? I mean, who are you sitting, honestly, of the list? Is this a good combo? Brees Hall and Rashad White? Is this a good combo? For what, Anonymous? Is this a good combo? Brees Hall and White. I don't know. Anonymous, you keep asking me these very vague questions. You got to be very crystal clear. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me. Is that a good combo for what? For a trade? I would say you're giving no context at all. I would definitely give up Brees and Monty for like Buka, you know, a Brees for Achan, for Kyron, for Barkley and something, Henry and something, and a 2 for 2. Was leaning ETN to sit. Is that crazy? Says Gilmore. I don't know. You didn't list any options. You guys got to put all the info in the super chat because I have no idea what we talked about already. Yeah, I'm sorry. Everything's got to be self-contained. I say that all the time and people don't listen. I'm sorry, Happy Gilmore. Was leaning ETN to sit. Is that crazy? If there's any other context, I don't have it in front of me. But I would say it's not crazy, but I need to know the alternatives. I need to know what we're talking about. I need the context, or there's literally no way I'm giving you good advice. Raul says, hold on, Smitty. Let me put on my new gunners to help answering. Raul's getting the blue light going, baby. The blue light going. Get the blue light, send it back out the other direction. Comes right out your arse. Blue light in, blue light out. Should I start Myers or take a risk on Buka? I would take a risk on Buka. But just make sure, Johnny, you've got like JMO or some sort of Monday night player. Specifically JMO or one of the Buck receivers would really help you. Literally my last super chat. I don't know. I don't retain any of the information, Gilmore. I can't. You got to understand, I'm answering thousands of questions. It goes in one ear and out the other. But let me go search for it for you. But even though I tell you to just put it in the super chat, Gilmore, you didn't listen to me at all. You just decided, let me test Smitty. Sit one, Brees, ETN, Scat, Lad, Warren, Kittle, ETN. I will probably lean toward Kittle or Scat. Scat's got a tough matchup. Kittle's coming back from injury. But if you want to sit ETN, I don't blame you. But I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't sit ETN myself. But that's me. I got you, Gilmore. I got you taken care of. We're all good. I have Allen, Mason, Bijan, Sutton, Ferguson, Ladd, Adunze, Hendy, Shakir, Waller, Mooney. I appreciate you, Gilmore. I'm trying to work on this. I'm trying to work on my bedside manner. Gilmore, I apologize. I am sorry. I'm sorry. My brain, I get asked so many questions. You got to understand, there's no way for me to retain any of this, or I wouldn't be able to think about anything else. My brain is programmed to take in a question and discard it. Just discard it. Especially when I'm rolling through these, I'm not attaching, even names to them. I have Allen, Mason, Bijan, Sutton, Ferguson, Hendy. I'm 6-0. Any moves, any suggestions? I like this squad, but I do want to. I don't know why you got Bijan after Jordan Mason. What are you listing him like this for? It's like I always tell you, it's like showing your house and you don't clean it. You're like, you want to buy my house? Let me show it to you. Let me not clean up. Let me not mow the lawn. You're not organizing your team in a way that's appealing to look at, and so it makes it harder to analyze. I would say trade Mason and Sutton for one player. Mason and Sutton for one player. What player could you get for Mason and Sutton? I'd probably say the player that makes the most sense. Mason, Sutton. Wide receiver wise would be Rice, Adunze, Mason, Sutton. But Sutton might be near Adunze anyway. You might need to go a little higher. Running back Henry, Barkley. And maybe even get something in conjunction with that on top of it. I 2,000 scenarios. I go through way more than 2,000 scenarios. I go through roughly 2 to 3 to 400 questions at like a show. Not all super chats, but like I'm going through at least So you're talking about, we'll call it 350 to, no, 400, but phone calls and everything, 400 scenarios a show. That's a low number. That's lowballing it. 400 times 3 shows, 1,200 questions a day. Minimum on the show alone. Times 7 is 8,400 questions a week. Times 4, that's 33,000 questions I answer on the show alone per month. So I mean, it's crazy. I'm not complaining. I love what I do. I'm not saying that. And I'm just saying I have to let it all go out the brain. Goes in one ear, it doesn't even go in the ear. It barely sits on the edge, and then I just knock it straight out. Luke, JMO, Evans, Buka, pick 2. Probably going Buka, and well, you know what you could do? Damn. I don't know if there's a way to get somebody. Well, you got JMO, perfect. Go Buka and Evans, but keep JMO on the ready. Or you could put Evans and JMO in and then keep Buka on the ready and swap it out. That's easy. Because they're playing Monday night. That's an easy call. Trade Hall, Judkins for Gibbs. I'll take Gibbs. Add a baby. I like it. I like it a lot. Pickens, JMO, Luke, McCaffrey, Igbuka, Rashad White, start 3. Same question for you. I'm going Pickens, and I'm going Igbuka, and I'm going probably... I'd probably go Rashad... Man. So Rashad White and Pickens, and then lock it in. I like JCM though. Rashad White and Pickens, and then it's between Buka and JMO on Monday night. If Buka plays, you play him. If not, you play JMO. It's a safe way to do the lineup. For flex, do I start Knight, JMO, Waller, Tet? Tet's pretty good. Guys, JMO or Tet? I love the JMOs on Monday night though. I really think spotlight games, they bring the best out in those guys. And I can see JMO having a highlight reel type of catch touchdown. But I don't know. Tet's pretty solid. They'll be probably playing from behind, I'd imagine. Tet's probably safer. Chat, can you vote on JMO or Tet? $8,400 questions is easy when you know your shit. No, it's not, Sheldon. It's not easy. It's not easy for anybody. I'll tell you that right now. I can almost guarantee you there's not another individual on planet Earth. Just like, what's his name? It's trained for it right now. That could get into it. Maybe. Yeah, I think small percentage of the population that do what I do. Even that do what I do already on YouTube. They could handle the amount of questions that are in this small window of time. Your head would explode. You get overwhelmed. You'd have anxiety. You'd fall down and croak. But there's no one trained for it, right? I'm telling you, if I handed this show to somebody for a 3-hour segment, you sat in my chair and you had to roll through these, you're getting behind, you start wasting time like I am right now, watch your super chat tick in, especially in like the middle of August when it was even crazier than now. You would have a nervous breakdown. For flex, do I start JMO? What did the chat say? Tet, JMO, Tet by a mile. I'm starting Tet. I will probably say the chat saying Tet. I think Tet is safer, Mike. But don't come in here crying on Monday if JMO has 100 yards and a touchdown. I mean, it's certainly possible, but Tet's probably close for like a 10 to 14 point game. JMO's getting you 4 points, or he's getting you 25. Kelsey or Waller. So high risk, high reward is JMO if you want to take on the risk. You're taking on risk though. And Ted is your steady Eddie, 5 receptions for 75, 80 yards. Probably doesn't score, but he scored last week twice. But he didn't have, he when he has touchdowns, he doesn't have yards, or when he has yards, he doesn't have touchdowns. Kelsey or Waller. I'd probably go Waller, Bourne, or MHJ. Probably go Bourne, but the moment we do that, the moment we give up on an MHJ on any level, he ends up doing well. You know? So I guess take one for the team and sit him so that everybody else can enjoy his solid bounce back. BTJ or Vidal, longtime fan of the show. The fan's a longtime fan of you, pal. Guys, can I get a vote here? Vidal or BTJ? We've had this question several times. I kind of feel like Vidal is safer. It's London. We don't really know how the game's going to go. You're going to wake up in halftime, and I don't know if you're going to be watching the whole game, but if you wake up like me, you pull it up and you see BTJ with 2 catches and 20 yards, you're going to be pissed off. Vidal probably gets steady work, but the chat is saying BTJ by a mile. Woo! I'm kind of shocked at that. Like, Vidal, look, Haskins is banged up. Is Haskins ruled out yet? And Vidal's going to get work. I don't know. I don't understand why BTJ is getting all of the votes. I'm not saying I don't like it. Like, I'm not even answering the question yet. The question is, the answer to me would be BTJ's high risk, high reward, Vidal steady Eddie with still some good upside, but I guess you get some more Vidal votes. I'd probably say, you know what? If I'm trying to picture myself, I've had this question asked a couple times. So if I did answer Vidal earlier, please understand I'm not changing my tune necessarily. It comes down to your build. If you need steady Eddie, go Vidal. He's going to be very, very consistently solid. 10 points, 12 points, pretty much lock. BTJ could get you 40 yards or 20 yards and 2 receptions, or he could get you 100 and a touch. I think if I want to go high risk, high reward, I am going to go BTJ. I think if I was in this situation and I had to decide, I'll put BTJ in. I'm with the chat. I just don't think it's a lock. Like, oh, BTJ, you know, all the exclamation points everyone's dropping. I don't know. I mean, traded Adams and Dowdle for Saquon and Pittman. What are your thoughts? Traded Adams and Dowdle for Saquon and Pittman. I think there's pros and cons to both sides. Got off for BTJ for my Bucky. Should I take it? I'd try and get a little more, but it's not a bad trade. I think Bucky, we don't know what Bucky's going to do right away when he gets back either. You know, will he be eased in, or what's going on? This is a setback. You know, what's happening? We don't hear much. I'd say I want a little bit more, but I'm not. I'm tempted at 2 and 4 for you to take the trade and try and just get something else in conjunction with it. But definitely don't mind that at 2 and 4. You got to make a move, bro. You can't wait on Bucky all day. Start Scatterboo or returning Mike Evans. Probably chat, scatter Mike Evans. Scatter Mike Evans. Scat or Mike Evans. I'm not saying Scat's hard to trust this week, but the matchup isn't exactly the best matchup known to man. But it's got its weak spots. I'd be okay going Scat. Chat looks like they're leaning slightly toward the Scat man. Let's see. Whatever button I press, go with that one.
Scat man! What is that smell? Someone needs me. Help! Help! I'm going to lose my fantasy week! Somebody help! Call the Scat Man! I am Scat Man. Who needs my help? Wow. Bang, bam, boom. To the moon. Now it's time to go pick up your mother.
I love how every fantasy channel is to the moon, to the moon. Like, nobody can do anything themselves. They're all copying everything we do. Have Hunt in the flex. So do I pick up a start one of Commanders wide receivers, Luke or Chris Moore this week, or because Debo is out, Scary Terry? I'd probably go Luke McCaffrey over Hunt. Yeah. Chris Moore, I don't know. You're either team Chris or you're team Luke. I don't think there's really rhyme and reason as to why somebody would be like, hey, I love this one player over the other. They're very much in the same boat. I trust Luke a little more. Travis Hunter. I thought that was Hunt. You said Hunt, T Hunt, but I was thinking you meant Kareem Hunt, and you just mistyped. Travis Hunter for me. Sorry, let me go back. Travis Hunter for me. Looked like Kareem Hunt. Hunter season, baby. I'm still a believer. You can rip on Travis Hunter all you want. I could give 2 shots. I'm gonna cut him tomorrow. I love that comment when people get really mad. I'm gonna cut him tomorrow. You know how many times we had, I'm gonna cut Gibbs tomorrow. I'm cutting Gibbs tomorrow in week 6. I'm gonna pick up Nathan Peterman for Jahmyr Gibbs. You know how many times that comment came through after week 6 when everybody gave up on Gibbs? Travis Hunter or Mike? Let's see here. Cameron, Johnson, Shepard, or Otten. I don't know, bro. It's a tough call. I'm not cutting Hendy, Hunter, Harvey at this point, says Aaron, as you shouldn't. Nobody should be cutting them. Now, there are certain, like, 8-man leagues where I get it, but in general, people cutting for, like, scrubs. PPR, flex, start 2, JK, JCM, Waller, Marks, Pierce, Tez. Probably going to go with JCM against the Cowboys. And I don't know. JK's pretty steady. He's safe. I guess I would go JK. I like Marks a lot. Kind of want to go Marks, but JK is safer. Marks is much higher risk, but maybe more upside. But JK for now ain't bad. Hopefully that changes. I sure hope it's Hendy's week. We got. Oh, was it Andrew said he dropped the I think it was Angel. Sorry, Angel. Angel said he's dropping the $100 tomorrow. Angel is gonna come down and grace us with the $100 super chat. I want to hit that Hendy house call button so bad you don't even know. House call Hendy. We haven't been able to hit it. We haven't been able to hit it at all. It really pisses me off. And I honestly, I'm not wrong about Hendy. I don't care what anybody says. Bijan, you know how many times people said we were wrong on Bijan? Bijan's not the running back one, Smitty. You should be ashamed of yourself telling all your followers that Bijan's going to be the running back one. Like, he was 9 his rookie year, and everything we're enduring with Hendy right now, we endured with Bijan. Bijan in some cases was the 3rd in the pecking order. Bijan was the running back 3 at and around the goal line. He was behind Cordero Patterson in goal line pecking order all year. And we weren't wrong. We were right. We were right on Bijan. Bijan's by far and away the best running back in the league. How many people after his rookie year were like, yeah, he's good, but he's not that good? And now everybody talks about him, even Barkley. Barkley's like best footwork in the league. We were not wrong on Bijan. We're not wrong on Hendy. We're not. It's just, unfortunately, we're in a waiting game. We are in a waiting game. What are you saying, Rev? What are you saying, Rev? This is bullshit, Travis. And yeah, I'm out for good. Show hasn't. You're out of here, Rev? Are you saying you're out of this show? Is that what he's saying? I don't know what Rev's even saying. Who would you start? Cause I have Lamb, Rice starting, and on the bench I have Travis Hunter and Devontae Adams. I mean, who would you start? Because I have Lamb and Rice on starting, and on the bench I have Travis Hunter and Adams. I'm starting Adams in a flex. Mr. Anonymous, this is the third vague question you've asked me. I don't I appreciate you very, very much, but you're not telling us any details. This is the third time. Who would you start? Because I have Lamb and Rice starting, and on the bench I have Travis Hunter and Adams. So like on the bench and you have an open slot, or you're wanting to know if you should swap out Travis Hunter with Adams or Adams with another player. I assume I can pick between Adams and Hunter, and if so, I'm picking Adams because Adams is gonna ball with Puka out. Appreciate you. Hopefully that helps you. But Adams over Travis Hunter. But I do love both of them. Start one in the flex. Fannin Sharps or Jerry Jeudy. Probably Charbonnet for the... Well, you know, Fannin's pretty steady. Safe play. I would say Charbonnet maybe... I want to lean Charbonnet, but I probably go... I guess I go... It depends on the weather tomorrow for Fannin, I suppose. So let's put Sharps in there right now and let's lean toward weather reports in the morning. That would be my final answer for now. All right, phone lines are open briefly.
Call into the show. Call into the
Call
show.
into the bentonprint.com bentonprint.com phone line, and then for business printing needs, bentonprint.com. Do it live. What's this guy saying again? What are you saying? What's your name, Rev? Are you talking trash, or what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Spiffy in the building. Spiffy. Oh. Unbelievable. Is the phone line even open? I'm sorry, it's not open. I'll have Travis, if he calls, explain. I don't know if you're trash talking, Rev or Rav or whatever your name is, or not. You let me know. If you want to leave, you can leave. I think I read your comment right. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but someone drank too much juice tonight, says Corey. These phone lines real quickly. Rock out, mute yourself real quickly so there's no reverb for some reason. Travis, you're live. Oh, I gotta enable the speaker. Hold on. I didn't restart anything beforehand, so 1 second. Hold on, guys. I know some of you are trying to call in real quick. Hold on. I got to fix this phone line first. All right. We should be good to go. All right, Travis. Sorry, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
That wasn't it wasn't even a big deal. He was trying to get you to say something nasty by putting it in words so it would look like something else. All I did was warn him. He lost his mind.
No, the Rev guy said that there's something about this show used to be good or whatever. I don't know what he was saying.
Well, I put it in a 1 minute timeout so I could warn him not to write stuff.
And so
That just flipped him up. There's nothing else before. I don't know. I have no idea. Something the wrong way, I guess.
let me see. It says I'm seeing. I don't know.
I'll message
He
you what he
says
said.
that
I'm not
this is,
gonna say
well, this is BS, Travis. I'm in timeout for good. Show hasn't been good since. Rev, if you don't think the show's been good since, you can leave. No one's forcing you to stay. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to talk trash about it, you can go. Like Travis put you in timeout. Big deal. You know, you're trying to and I
He did it for 1 minute just so make sure he didn't write anything else.
I mean,
Even in the warning, I put a LOL, like just to make sure, like, okay, nothing personal, because I know how people can get.
And he was trying to write like words like hunt and then the word Mike right in front of it. Like he was trying to be funny, and Travis was like, bro, stop. It's, you know, you're being childish. You're in a 1 minute timeout. Just behave. And then he goes off on a tirade there saying, oh, this show hasn't been good anyway. Then you don't need to watch it. All right. Let me open up the phone lines. Go ahead and dial in. I just want to clear that up. I know I've been focusing on that, and I don't need to, but I don't know. It bothers me when people literally don't have the patience or whatever for even one moment in time where they might be the ones acting out, and then they just say something like that. Then you don't need to watch. Let me merge these two calls in. Hold on 1 second. Mute yourself real quick, caller. I'll be right with you. Everybody on the phone line, please mute. Please mute. I'll be right with you, but hit that mute button. All right, Travis, what else you got real quickly? Then I'll head over to Rock Out, then to the rest of the people on the phone line. Go ahead.
Yeah, just quick. I know he's not Debo, but I kind of wonder if they'll McCaffrey into the kind of Debo role targets, just because when Moore's been playing for kind of the Terry role almost, and so I don't know if they just kind of. I don't know what to. If I play him, I'm not in any leagues. I pick him up in a couple, but I'm just putting him in and hoping for 5 or 6 targets and he gets touched it. But I don't know that he gets 20 points like some people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's kind of ranking him. Let me put this last caller on hold. Hold on. Mute yourself, 224. I'll be right with you. Just please mute. I think Luke McCaffrey's kind of he's a tough player to gauge right now. I think everyone's a little too high on him. I'm not saying he's not a good play, but when everyone's acting like he's this lock to do something, and he is gonna probably be put in some good positions, but his targets are 3, 2, and 1 or whatever the last 3 games. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I feel like he's gonna for sure do. I mean, this is definitely a different opportunity this game target wise than he's probably ever had. And I do like him a lot, but it's not like he played. And his snap share was really low. Did well with it, but are they just gonna ramp him up to 80% snap share? I mean, they might.
People forget about Jalen Lane. He's going to take a couple extra targets as well. He's worth. He can run down the field really fast. So.
Yeah, I think Tutu's pretty good. I mean, he's proven to be very, very good when they call upon him. So Tutu feels safer than Luke McCaffrey, honestly. And Whittington, I like him a lot. I think that he's got a little bit of that Luke McCaffrey risk of like you're banking on something to abruptly change for him, and the opportunity should be that abrupt change or a trigger point. But Tutu's kind of been in the mix. He's no matter what going to get looks as long as he's healthy going into the game. He's been kind of on the injury report, so we just got to monitor.
Does one didn't worry you at all? Talk about that -5 level.
Yeah, it does, but we're talking about some questionable calls anyway. And I think I don't know. I feel like Tutu's getting overlooked here. I think Tutu Atwell's pretty solid.
Might be. Stafford trust.
I mean, he is the most trusted player for the quarterback in these situations. So JD5 likes Luke McCaffrey, but can you really say he's trusted when he gets 3, 2, and 1 targets in the last 3 games? I mean, really? Is he that trusted? I mean, he's done good. He's played very well. I don't know. This is going to be one of those things that it's going to be hard to predict. You know, go with your gut. Trust your gut. Tutu, Atwell, Whittington. I mean, even you know, you could throw in 2, 3 other receivers, even like Tez, for example. It is tough to. Jeffrey's rolling all over the floor right now, laughing. He says over this because Tutu's only had 1 big game. Jeffrey, what do you think we're talking about right now? Are we talking about sitting monsters? Are we talking about sitting amazing players? Are we talking about everybody being in the same boat, in the same situation? Tutu, Whittington, Luke McCaffrey. Let me guess, you got 8 shares of Luke McCaffrey, and you just have to have your way on this topic. So you're rolling on the floor laughing because we're discussing Tutu Atwell versus Luke McCaffrey. Are you kidding me? You kidding me, bro? You're rolling on the floor laughing. I'm rolling on the floor laughing at you rolling on the floor laughing. How's that? How about I triple stamp your double stamp? Because you don't have really any room to laugh on the floor and roll around.
Draft better.
I've got 22 fantasy teams. Then why are you here? You know so much, Jeffrey. If it's such a joke what content I'm producing for you right now that you're rolling all over the floor with your 22 teams, go handle your business. Like, what are you doing wasting your time watching someone else? Because clearly you think you know so much better that this is a laughable situation. So we'll see you later. Go do your work. You got your work cut out for you. You better go set all those lineups to your 22 teams. Unreal. Imagine thinking that a Tutu Atwell versus Luke McCaffrey conversations rolling on the floor laughing ridiculous. Imagine. Imagine thinking that you have a leg to stand on, that this is the kind of conversation that makes you scratch your head. Holy smokes. Can you believe this guy talking about Tutu Atwell over Luke McCaffrey? Are you hear this guy? Am I right? Am I right? You gotta be kidding me. Let me go to Rock Out real quick. Rock Out, what do you got for me? What do you hear? What do you say?
I get a whiteboard.
Briefly, go ahead.
All right, I need 1 wide receiver and 2 flex.
1 wide receiver and 2 flex. Hit me with it.
And 3 Chubb.
All right, hold on. So Chubb, Dobbs, Bourne, Luke McCaffrey, and who else? Chubbs. I don't know, man. Bourne has earned this. Bourne has earned this. Bourne, and then probably Goddard for the touchdown. Bourne because he's earned this and he's still got his QB in there. Your guess is as good as mine on this next play. Dobbs feels probably safest. Chubb's something in between, and Luke McCaffrey's very high risk, very high reward, but much higher risk. I would say trust your gut on the third call, but Goddard and Bourne feel like they've probably earned it. I don't honestly love any of these options, but I do love Bourne.
Yeah.
You have Woody with?
Did you see? Oh, Woody. Yeah, I go Woody then.
Like,
I go Woody with the third call then. Yeah.
not the confusion. Not there last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Woody. Look, Woody's getting half the work, probably minimum, and he'll do well with it. You know, it's a good opportunity for him. All right, hang tight real quick. Rock out, just mute yourself. I'll come back to you in a second. Let me go over to the 224 caller, then the 956, then the 305, then the 417. So go ahead, 224. You're live.
Hey, Smitty.
Yo.
All right, right now in this league, I'm 1-5, and I just lost Debo, Ibuka, and Garrett Wilson, or possibly Ibuka. My question is, do I drop Evan Ingram to pick up LMC, or do I try and wait on Ibuka?
I will wait on Ibuka, but I will put Tez in. I think Tez is a solid replacement.
I can't get Tez. Someone already has him.
What other wide receiver on that roster can you grab on that that Tampa Bay Buccaneer receiver room? What other receiver can you grab there?
The league already picked them up. They got Cameron. They got everybody.
You got Cameron gone. Okay. I don't know, man. I think you just wait till the morning, and we might have an indication. Sometimes even on a Monday night game, we get the indication in the morning. If not, your option is Luke McCaffrey or Buka, or what was the other one?
It was just dropping Evan Ingram to pick up LMC.
I mean, you probably should do it anyway, just to be safe, so you have the decision that you can make tomorrow. I don't know if I'd let someone else grab.
That's why I waited this long.
Yeah, grab them now, and then put LMC in there, and just kind of wait in the morning. There's not a real, if you can't get Otten's not out there to get Otten to plug him in as the flex and maneuver your lineup around so that Book is in a flex. Can you do that?
No, I can't.
Or not Otten. Yeah, Otten.
Ingram?
No, Otten. I was going to say, you can't put Buka on a flex and then have Otten go into your lineup if Buka sits.
I don't have Kate Otten.
But can you pick him up?
No, someone has him.
All right, well, I think you got to wait in the morning. Wait in the morning, my bro.
All right, my man. Appreciate it, Smitty.
See you later. We got a cricket in the studio here. Hold on a second, guys. Travis, you got anything else while I get this cricket?
Would you rather hold on to Kendry Miller? I need wide receivers. With all my contacts, 1-5.
I have nothing in here to get him with this duct tape when I see him. Damn it, I hate when there's a loose cricket inside the studio. He was right there, now he's gone. Nothing worse than a damn cricket sound just sitting in there. You guys can't even hear me whistle, can you? Because of the limiter. Let me go over to this one. It's just all night long. He was right there, and then as soon as I stood up, he hopped off. Where the hell did he go? Sorry, did I answer your question, Travis?
I didn't hear you. Would you rather hold on to Kendry Miller or Luke McCaffrey?
Luke McCaffrey. Shot white for Rico. I'd rather Rico. Yeah, Luke McCaffrey for me.
going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Help Vidal, Waddle, Diggs pick 2. I'm gonna go Waddle and probably Vidal. I like Diggs, but this could backfire. Diggs could get fed like crazy. I don't know if anybody disagrees with that one, but Waddle, Vidal probably is the safest avenue. I don't know. Do you like Diggs or Vidal, Travis? Short answer.
I go probably a little safer.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, Sutton, BTJ, CD. I mean, CD, I don't know why you're even asking me CD. CD, I think you just want me to see the whole scope, I suppose. CD and BTJ, and then your 2 running backs are Judkins and Vidal, and then your flex is going to be probably Sutton. Yeah, that's what I do with that team. And then this last super chat, and then I'm caught up, and I'll go back to the phone lines. Trade Ladd and Walker or Rico. I'd rather trade Walker than Rico, to be honest, for Rome and Harvey. Ladd and Rico, no. So Ladd and Walker for Rome and Harvey. Honestly, it could go either way. I think if Harvey's kicking later, you're gonna want the Harvey side. But right now, I don't think so. I think you keep the Ladd and Walker side. I think you could trade Walker for a little bit more. And certainly wouldn't. Yeah. All right, let me hit the phone lines real quickly here. 956, you're live.
What's up, Smitty? It's Raul.
What's up?
But I got a dilemma. I'm leaving my RB spot open because I have Josh Jacobs and I have JCM. They both play at 3:30, so I would either put Jacobs in if he plays, but then would I flex JCM with between JCM?
Bro, I'm so lost at where you're at. Just ask me the question real quickly because you went through this backstory and I don't. So JCM versus who?
Yeah, JCM versus Jacobs.
Okay.
I guess who between them two?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm between them two at the RB2.
Well, they're both in the afternoon, and Jacobs is banged up right now and questionable, and he's got an illness. So you might have this answered for you. So if Jacobs is a full go, I don't think I sit him for JCM even against Dallas. But if there's a lot of vagueness around this situation, put JCM in for now. They're both afternoon games, which is good. So you put JCM for now in case you slip and hit your head or something and you can't make the decision later of the move. Then if we hear really good news about Jacobs, then you rule with it. If it's still vague, like he's going to go out there, give it a go, or he's going to be maybe limited, or there's some weird news, then you just keep JCM in. I mean, it's that simple. You're not sitting Jacobs if he's full go. You're just not.
Okay, and if Jacobs is a full go, would I put JCM as a flex between JCM, AO Manor, Addison, and Diggs? Who would you choose between them? Flex.
Probably going to go with JCM against Dallas.
Okay, and then Evans at obviously at wide receiver 2 if he plays. But then you think it would be taking a risk, right? Waiting.
Evans is fine. Evans is playing. He's playing, yeah. But I mean, check in the morning. We'll know if there's something comes up and they're like, "Hey, he didn't feel as good in warm-ups." So we'll have it. We'll cover it. That's Monday night actually. So who would be your alternative if Evans? So I get why you're asking. I'm sorry. If Evans, who would you have? Would you have anybody able to jump in if, let's say, Evans didn't go? He should be fine. And sometimes we'll hear like, "Oh, he isn't going to play on Monday night after all," but I think we're not going to hear anything till kickoff. So do you have anybody at all you could plug in if, let's say, that happened?
I would be between Addison, Diggs, or AO Manor.
Okay. So you'd have to just make the call early. I mean, Travis, would you go Diggs over Evans knowing that Evans is probably going to be fine? Or would you just go Diggs anyway?
Well, what's his other option besides Evans?
Evans or Diggs? You go Diggs early, or do you go Evans Monday night and take the gamble as everything's pointing toward him being good?
I'd go Diggs, but I shy away from injury and second guess.
Chat, can you vote Diggs or Evans? Diggs plays earlier on or a Sunday. Evans plays on Monday night. Expected to play. There's no like questionable tag or anything. Like Ibuka's questionable. Evans is expected back. I don't know. I'd probably go Evans. Do you have the ability to pick up like Tez Johnson and grab him? Like, is there a spot you could put him in without hampering your depth or something? Just so you have him in case. I mean, I think he'll be fine. I think Evans will be fine.
Yeah, they only dropped Shepard, but not Tez.
And who could you drop to get Shepard?
I mean, I can drop between, or actually, I have JMO. I didn't mention JMO.
Oh, yeah, you're fine, bro. Then you could swap. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Evans and JMO. And put JMO in now, or if that, yeah, easy call. You might even keep JMO in. I mean, I love JMO this week.
Leaving him starting for sure. Yeah, because I'm starting.
I mean, maybe
Pittman for sure.
Yeah,
I have Pittman, so I'm leaving him. That's why I didn't mention Pittman.
You have Pittman over. I don't know. I kind of like Evans and JMO over Pittman, but that's me. Pittman's nice. There's nothing wrong with Pittman. I'm just he's solid. I don't want to talk you out of Pittman, but chat, vote Evans, Pittman, and JMO. Vote, rank those three: Evans, Pittman, JMO. Rank them in the chat. All right, Raul, gotta go. Appreciate you, bro. 3:05, you're live.
Hey, Smitty, what's up, man?
Oh, Spiffy, what mess did you get yourself into tonight?
No mess.
You let me be the judge of that.
Yeah, I got a trade that modification from the one yesterday. Not the one that we spoke about. The one.
Okay. Hit me with it.
Got offered Cortland Sutton and Katoria. I don't know if
Let's call him T-Mac. It's easier. You've done this twice. T-Mac.
T-Mac. We'll say T-Mac.
Okay, T-Mac.
T-Mac for Devonta Adams.
I think that's a lot to give. I like Adams a lot, but Aroa McMillan. You can call him T-Mac. Sutton and T-Mac is a lot to give for Adams, and I like Adams a lot, but Sutton's solid.
I would be giving away Adams.
Oh, so you're getting, but do you need these two wide receivers just before we go into a depth scenario?
No, not really.
You're just trading the trade.
Like my three starting receivers right now is Devonta Adams, Jay, and Drake London.
Okay, so if you make this trade, you're then putting one in your lineup and one's going to your bench.
The other one, no, one of them will be on my other flex because I have two flexes.
Okay, so you can use said players. Okay, who's going to your bench from your flex spot if you do acquire both these players?
Rico Dowdle.
See, I don't know that you need him. I like Rico Dowdle. I think I'd keep Adams and Rico in my lineup versus Sutton and Tet.
Yeah. My only worry, to be honest with you, with my team is kind of short-lived. White, Rico on my starting lineup. I feel like that's going to be like a two starting.
But you're not getting a running back in this trade, so I don't know. I mean, unless you can flip it later, but Adams is going to ball, bro. I don't know what. I don't know, bro. I don't know that this makes sense to go. You're putting Dowdle on the bench, and Dowdle might not be short-lived. I don't know why you think Dowdle's going to be short-lived. He might not be. I'd say no, Spiffy. I'd say no. Keep Adams.
All right. Hopefully, he balls out tomorrow.
Later.
All
right. 417. You're live. Is this Ricky, right? Ricky?
Yeah.
What's up, Ricky? Finally got it.
Yo, Smitty. Yeah, appreciate it. I need help with these two on the flex for
all right
tomorrow.
Go ahead.
So my options are Henry, Emmanuel Wilson, in case Jacobs missed. Woody.
Woody and who?
Woody and Carter for the Cardinals.
Oh, okay, Carter. He's such a non-factor for me that when you say Carter, I'm like, Carter. Oh, Carter! Cartwright? Cartwright.
I got that.
Cartwright?
Van Mike.
Anybody? Cartwright? Anybody? Nobody? All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ricky.
I got Baby McCaffrey.
Okay.
Travis Hunter.
And so you're asking me how many players?
Well, I need 2. One of them has to be running back.
One of them has to be running back. I'm going to go with Hunter and Woody.
Okay. Hunter and Woody. You don't think Indy is better than Woody?
I mean, I want to say Hendy. Do I think it's better? I don't know. Trust your gut. If your gut screams, let's go away from this London game, let's take another gamble on Hendy, I'm fine with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's a gut call. It's a gut call. Hunter's been very inconsistent. Hendy's been very inconsistent. Not his fault, but I'm certainly fine with swapping that out. I would probably go with Woody because I feel like he's got more guaranteed touches than either of the other two. Yeah. Or so you've got it pegged. Alyssa's the only one that understands what I'm saying. Cartwright? All right. What else you got?
Yo, Smitty, just how confident are you on like the Liam Cohen and the Houston statements? Like, are you confident more on one than the other, or
what do you mean?
Relevant?
What statements? Which one specifically? You said a lot of things.
To get more work.
I don't know if I trust either of them to deploy the said plan that they've verbally spoken to us, which was let's get Woody more work, they don't. Let's get Hunter more work, and then they don't. I don't know. All I know is they're both ballers, and I've identified that they're good football players. I just don't know if their coaches know how to feed them the ball. That's why Hunter's still a question mark. That's why if you want to go Hendy, I'm fine with that. We're going to be rooting for a house call Hendy. But Hunter's a solid play, too. They're both about equally risky, equally up, have the same amount of upside or risk. But I would probably say Woody got 50% of the work, roughly. It's just Chubb scored, and then they had a bye week, so it's not like we've seen multiple weeks of this. They want to get Woody more work. And, people run their mouth about how this coaching staff, where's that cricket at, man? Keep seeing movement. I'm trying to find him. We keep hearing people say things like, oh, this coaching staff doesn't believe them. That's a bunch of BS, bro. They traded up for him. It's nonsense.
Oh, bro.
Woody for me. All right. Gotta go, bro. Appreciate you.
All right.
You're the man. Later.
If Jacobs, you obviously play Wilson, right?
If Jacobs doesn't play Wilson, if we're hearing like good news, like Wilson's going to get all the work or the report's positive, I suppose I would say Wilson and Woody. But I don't know. I think we got to get to that point first. I don't know. If Jacobs doesn't play, this is concerning because it was a last minute, not last minute, but last couple of days, type of injury report edition. And it's a calf, right? Or it's a...
Yeah, he's sick and...
Calf's concerning, man. Calf is not something that goes away if it is an actual tear of any kind. If it's just a calf strain, which is still a tear, but it's a very minimal tear. I mean, you tear your muscles when you work out. Every time you go and let's say you bench press or curl, you're tearing your muscles, and then they grow. So you tear them like this is how your muscles get stronger. You tear them, and then they grow bigger. You tear them, and then they grow bigger. You're just doing a slight tear. So any small calf strain, it's a little tear, but it depends on like, is it something that a couple of days would have rested and is fine, almost like a cramp in a sense. But if it's an actual grade 1 or close to grade 1 tear, it would turn into a grade 3, needs surgery, or grade 2 needs 4-6 weeks off because he pushed it. It's concerning.
Yeah, because Wilson has been pretty efficient. Anytime he's gotten in for more than 5-6 carries, if that was a good opportunity or not.
Yeah. All right, real quickly, boys, let me get through these supers, and I'll come back to Rock Out, then over to Travis to close it out. Pick 2 to start: Bourne, Luke McCaffrey, Otten, Waller, Vidal. I'm going to go Bourne. I think I already answered this one. Bourne and Vidal. Knicks or Fields? Rock Out, Travis, short answer, Knicks or Fields?
I'm going Knicks because I don't know what to make of this offense.
Knicks.
Yeah. I mean, the Giants. I think it could be a good game. Should I drop Debo for Mike Evans? No, I wouldn't drop Debo, but I would definitely pick up Mike Evans. But I'm not going to tell you to drop Debo. Absolutely not. You trade him, you hold him. There's got to be somebody else you could drop. But I'm definitely picking up Evans. And if you put me in a vacuum and I got to make that call, I mean, that means so many players are on waivers that dropping a Debo is not what it seems, but I'd rather have Mike Evans this week if that answers your question. Start Jackson Dart or Matthew Stafford. I would start Matthew Stafford. However, every time I say something like this, Dart goes out and scores 2 quick, immediate touchdowns, and I look like I'm going to look like a fool, and then he doesn't do a single thing the rest of the game. So, I don't know. I mean, anything's possible with Dart in this matchup. He's on the road at Denver. It's a tough defense. I'm going to say Matthew Stafford, even though it's London. The Jaguars aren't like a cakewalk, but the one thing about the Rams year over year is they're the one team where matchup doesn't really tell the story. They're always so hard to match up against. And even though Puka's out, they still got Adams. They still got Kyron. It's still going to be a lot of scoring. I hope. I'm going to go Matthew Stafford, but it's close. Dart, you're not crazy to go Dart. And two times in a row, I thought I was going to look like a fool on that Dart question. It's like, boom, 2 quick touchdowns. It's like, what in the hell? And then he doesn't do anything the rest of the game. So it's hard to say. Mute yourself real quickly, caller. I'll be right with you. My Henry and Hurts for Fannin, Kamara, JCM, and T. Henry and Hurts for Fannin, Kamara, JCM, and T. I think I'd take Henry and Hurts, but then I would maybe try and shop Hurts to get another piece and a quarterback. I'm 5-1. Wide receivers are Puka, Pickens, Higgins, Golden, Mooney, Cook, Achane, Monty. Should I trade Cook, Higgins, and Monty for London and Hampton and Walker? I don't know. It's really close. I mean, London's probably the best player in the deal. Cook was the best player in the deal. I mean, through 4 weeks, 3 weeks of football, we would have been saying Cook by a mile. Everyone was already saying that. Now I feel like London surpassed him. Cook isn't probably far from the top 12 overall. And that could change too, either direction. He could go a lot further down with 2 bad games in a row. He could drop out of the top 20, or he could blow up and have a 3 TD game and climb into everybody's top 8. He's a volatile player. London was similar. He was dropping out of everyone's top 20. And now if you do a ranking right now, he's in the top 10 overall going forward in almost anybody's ranking. I would probably lean toward the best player in the deal, because Higgins and Monty are also volatile. And Hampton and Walker are volatile. So just give me the best player in the deal, and I hope that Hampton comes back on a tear. I hope Walker gets traded to KC, or they trade Charbonnet, or they want to use Walker more, or do they? I don't know. I'd still shop Walker and Hampton, but I would take the London side. Thank you for the super chat. And trust your gut, because it's close enough on wavering, and if your gut's like, I think I should not make a move, sometimes not making a move is the best move. All right, let me hit this last caller, then over to Rock Out. 209, you're live as quickly as you can, please. You're live.
Smitty.
Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second. I just dropped the... Okay, go ahead. Your Dynasty League as fast as you can.
Yeah. I was offered RJ Harvey and Braylon Allen for JCM, and I accepted it. Is that a good trade?
Yeah, I mean, for right now, and JCM's going to have a good matchup this week. I mean, ultimately, do I believe Harvey's the better player? Yeah, I do, but I don't know that they know that in Denver, and I don't really know what's in store. I mean, look how good Javonte was. If we're trying to analyze this thing, Javante's amazing, and Denver couldn't get the most out of him. Sean Payton specifically couldn't get the most out of him. I'm not saying Sean Payton isn't a miracle worker with the running back. I mean, look at Kamara. 83 receptions his rookie year. If JK wasn't in the picture, I believe Harvey would be going crazy right now. And I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to prepare for it. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know when it could get fixed. I don't know if it will get fixed. I don't know if they'll even look Henry's direction all year. All I do know is that Bucky Irving wasn't just good and he helped people win leagues. Bucky was a league winner, and he didn't do a thing of note where you're starting him at all on any sort of regular basis till week 10. Bucky Irving was a top 9 running back in yards, rushing yards, and he didn't do a single thing of note consistently until week 10. So, I mean, it's hard to take. He was top 5 in a lot of categories, and he didn't do anything till week 10. I mean, he trickled out like Harvey is. Harvey's getting some points here and there. It does the same thing Bucky did. So, all I'm telling you is we don't really know. Harvey could be a league winner. He might not just be really good at the end. Bucky won leagues for people, and he didn't begin his journey till week 10. He didn't start until week 13. So we just got to remember that before we start cutting Harvey, getting rid of Harvey, giving up on Hendy, cutting Hunter, this and that. But I do believe that JCM is really, really good too. I just hope that I just have a fear Washington is going to, there's just a fear that they're going to make us scratch our heads and go, what in the hell are they doing? This is Dallas. He should be feasting. If anybody in here doesn't think we're going to be in the live chat Patreon, by the way, 24/7, 365 live chat group. If anybody in here doesn't think we won't be in there talking about this Dallas matchup and going, what are they doing? It's Dallas. Why aren't they feeding JCM the ball? Like, if they think that's not a possibility, I'm not saying it will be that for sure. I'm not saying everybody should bench JCM. I think JCM could blow up. But I can envision us being frustrated too. And being like, what in the hell are they doing? So, I don't know. Join the live chat Patreon. I'll pin that in the live chat. That is our 24/7 live chat group. We're in there all day long during the games. All right, last thing, bro, and I got to go.
You mentioned feasting. I got a funny, since Thanksgiving is around the corner, I got a funny Thanksgiving joke about Ibuka. You want to hear it real quick?
Sure.
What did the turkey say when Ibuka approached it?
Take a lap. There it is. There, the gobbler. The gobbler got us again. He got us. Rock out. Final thoughts, Rock out. Yeah, we've been waiting for him. He's harmless. He's just Rock out. Rock out. Hello.
What do you think about
I mean, I like him, but I'm not doing anything this week. I gotta see it. I gotta see it to believe it.
Right.
All right. See you later, bro. Later. Anything else, Travis?
Yeah. So, can I give you a few players just to write down? I need a wide receiver. I need 2 wide receivers, a flex, and a tight end.
All right, go ahead.
So the choices are Diggs, Green Dubs, Salmon, and Travis Hunter.
And you need how many again?
2 wide receivers, tight end, and a flex.
2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. So let's put Kraft in the tight end spot. 2 wide receivers. We're going Diggs and we're going Hunter. And then you're flex. So you're just sitting one. And then I'm probably going to go. I feel like I've seen this exact question. Is this somebody else's question? I feel like I answered this one already. I did. Somebody pull one over on you. They're double dipping. They're double dipping. I remember this question. I'm going to say, I think my answer was, it's a crapshoot here. I would say Fannin. I like Fannin. I'm probably going to go with Fannin here, but Dobbs could be good at any moment. The problem is the moment you start him, he does nothing. The moment you sit him, he gets 2 touchdowns. I don't know.
I mean, look recently, the weather in Cleveland, I'm not too worried about it. It does work. It's short passing game anyway.
Yeah.
Worried about it.
I mean, he might get a lot of dump offs or short, yardage stuff. Yeah, we'll see in the morning.
20 to 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, but is that so? What's crazy about those, those calls is like this, the stadium, it's 23 mile an hour wind across the stadium, but like down on the field, what is it? Sometimes those reports are a little bit off. And then not to mention, we'll just have to see it. We'll have to see in the morning. If we've got any sort of sign that we're looking at 22 mile per hour wind on the field, it'll be different, but we'll have to see.
Last one. Would you play Dowdle or ETN? I'm leaning Dowdle because I have trouble trusting ETN against like top 5 rush defenses. So, what is your opinion on it?
I think I'd probably plug ETN in, and then I wait in the morning for the news on Dowdle's workload, and then if it feels favorable, I go Dowdle. I switch it out. But then again, we might not know because the London game, yeah. So you got to make this call now. Oh man, because I almost guarantee you before this Jacksonville London game kicks off, we don't have any Dowdle news. We'll have that. Yeah. So ETN chat, vote on this one. ETN in London against the Rams, but it's not at home. It's in London. Or do we go Dowdle on the road at the Jets? I think I'm with you. I think in this situation, I still believe in Dowdle. I don't think that Chuba can even remotely grab even close to 30% of the work his first game back. So I'd probably say with this news not being able to hear anything, I go Dowdle.
Yeah, it was a different ETN. I might even lean ETN, but I'm just looking back and thinking back to, I know years don't matter that much, but even in past years, like really tough rushing defenses.
I hate
struggle.
I hate the London games. London game's already started. The game's probably already started. It's like, what's the score? Before I go to bed, what's the first quarter score? It's ridiculous, bro. All right. All right. Later. Appreciate you. If they wanted to bring football to overseas, just let them stream the Red Zone or something for free, for like several weeks or something. Let all of London get free access to the Red Zone and get into football. What do we need to, like, how much money's really being, maybe I need to know the accounting behind that. Like, going over there, are they getting paid like $1 billion to bring the game over? People pay. Is the NFL getting handed a check of this amount? And even so, it's like, I don't know. I just don't understand how we can't create a GoFundMe to plug into whatever amount of money they're going to lose by not going overseas to keep the damn games here, so we don't have to have these games kick off at these weird times and we don't get to enjoy football when the original fan base is not getting to enjoy football. 10-team I dropped kicker for Vidal. Or at least make the game be played at the exact time the kickoff happens, and whatever it is. If it's a little later, it's a little later. Like, I don't understand why it's got to kick off at 6:30 my time. What is it, 6:30? 6:30 my time. Have it kick off at 10 a.m. And if it my time. And if it has to go late in that London game, it goes late. Why has it got to go at 6:30? All right. $10 heart. I dropped kicker for Vidal on the wire. Good. 2-1 trade stalled. I can't have Buka on IR now. Drop who to bench for a kicker? Who from the bench for a kicker? Tootin. I don't want to drop Tootin Harvey. Jeez, bro. I guess Tootin London game, but then try and pick him back up again. I'm not saying I feel comfortable with this, but I'd probably say Tootin as well, and then just pick him back up. If any injury happens, you're gonna regret it. But like, I don't know what else to tell you, Sticky. You're kind of on the right track. I agree with you. I just hope an injury doesn't strike in the middle of that London game, and Tootin's in there for the rest of the game. Hard to say, guys. Drop tail these hires on Underdog. Play 5, get 100. That link is pinned in the live chat. That link I'm going to drop in the description of the video right this very second. Play 5, get 100. There's the link right there. Code Smitty gets it done as well. Tail these hires on Underdog. Genty, Kyron. We got Rashi Rice with this wonderful 63.5 yard Underdog hire. I love that. Let me see if I can. I'm definitely going to create a couple of these contests here. Dowdle 61.5, Adunes. These are all really good. I like these 6 right here. I'm not saying put them all on the same contest, but I do like these. Don't forget, during the games or all night or anytime, 24/7 live chat group. Click this link right here. Join the 24/7 live chat group on Underdog. Boom. Get yourself a pair of blue light blocking gunner glasses like your boy.
The Gunner Player of the Week.
Brought to you by gunner.com.
Let's switch over to let's go to the Witcher from the TV show Witcher. We'll go with the Witcher sunglass tint Witcher glasses to close out the show. Let me drop that link if anybody wants to get the links in the description as well. If anybody wants to get a pair of Gunners, grab them here. Get your Gunner glasses like Smitty. Here's the link. Boom, there it is. Click that link. That link I just dropped in the live chat. Also, don't forget to get on over to my thefantasyfootballshow.com. This is my year-round rankings, bold predictions, trade calculators, advice, and then, of course, make sure I said Patreon, I said Underdog. Don't forget our boys over at theattic.shop, which is also Benton Print, the owners of bentonprint.com on the Attic. So if you need printing needs at all for a business, go to bentonprint.com. See you all in the morning. I'll be here about 2 hours or so before kickoff of the regular scheduled morning games, not the London game. I'm not here at 6:30 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. I'm here 2 hours before kickoff of the morning games. See you all in I don't know, how many hours is that? About 8 hours from now. See you all in about 8 hours from now. Appreciate every single one of you. And it looks like we got one more super chat from H13. Appreciate you. If Buka is cleared, is he an obvious start over JMO and Dobbs in the flex? I mean, the fact that you got JMO going up on that Monday night as well, you just wait for the Buka report. Is it full go? We'll be live before kickoff, so H13 will have a good feel over whether he's going to be hampered or not. But if he's not hampered, he's a clear start. If we have a lot of vagueness, we might have you go JMO. But you're in the perfect situation to be able to decide this. But the answer is we need to have some clarity. We can't just be like, he's starting, but we don't know what that means. All right, see you all tomorrow. Appreciate every single one of you. All of you on X right now, the several hundred of you on X, get on over to the YouTube channel. Subscribe if you are watching on YouTube and you haven't yet subscribed. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And if you guys want to do a double solid for Smitty, get on over to the Spotify and Apple podcast version of the show and give me a solid review and a 5-star review if you don't mind. That would be very helpful. So if anybody's wanted to help the channel out even more, that would be amazing. Whittington or Woody, probably going to go Fannin, and I'm going to go Woody. Fannin and Woody, age 13. All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Deuce! I'm live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Live whenever big news breaks. Live after games, live before games, and live at midnight Eastern almost every single night. See you all tomorrow. Thank you, moderators. Travis, Blackbeard, Space Ricky, Sick Nasty, DeBolt, Vampy, Deuce.